Welcome to Whispers and Choco. This is how we do, and if you don't know, now you do. I'm Shawnee Whispers.
And I'm Mike Choco.
Together we are Mike and Sean in purebred loco. Oh no, we fucked that up. Okay.
Yeah.
And we might go loco.
And we might go loco.
And just in case you wonder what went wrong, or you just in case you wonder what took long, we'll say that we're sorry, and this show is going.
This show is going
Straight to hell.
straight to hell.
I like that one, yes.
Shit. It's actually, it's funny every fucking time.
Every fucking time.
Yes. Curse with a purpose, not just to do it.
That was a purpose.
This is the Mike and Sean Show. We do know more than you, but even if we don't,
We're gonna say that we do. What up? What up?
yay,
What up?
happy. What's today? Today's Thursday. Happy Thursday. What's the date, Sean?
It is March 25th.
3:25. What's the time?
It is 7:02-ish.
The correct
I'm gonna say
response was time
7:03.
to get ill, but go with the
Time to get ill.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, buddy, we're gonna definitely get ill.
Bing, bing.
We're definitely gonna get ill.
Ridiculously ill.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our show. Thank you very much for tuning in again.
Thank you for joining in, everybody who's
We
there or,
greatly
and
appreciated.
still sticking around.
Yes. So for those of you,
I don't know how many.
for those of you new listeners, welcome.
New.
For those of you
I
who've
hope
been
this-
sticking around,
Yeah.
God bless you.
It's like 50-50 there. They're like, I'm sticking around to see what they do next, and maybe not sticking around after that. So what do we got?
Hey, listen, at the very least, we're entertaining.
Is that the least?
Ish.
To each other.
To each other, for sure.
People are like, wow, you guys are great. I just don't know what the fuck you're talking
No, you
about.
you entertain hell out of me.
Oh, my
But
God.
yeah, so we are a couple of days closer to spring training. I mean, I'm sorry, to opening day. I'm wearing my spring training jersey. That's why I'm
There you
kind
go.
of feeling spring training-ish.
Springy. The weather helps.
Oh,
the weather
weather's
is
been
beautiful.
beautiful.
Oh,
New York weather is when it's nice, man. It's there's no better place to be.
it's a short window of night.
It's just the people that make you want to move.
Yeah, people suck. Awful.
People definitely suck.
That's the cause of all the problems in this world. so.
Lots of people have been sucking lately too, like a lot.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
mean, just
more than.
you know, we don't talk about politics, but they just don't. They can't make themselves look good. They can't accidentally look good anymore. They just get worse and worse and worse. And just when you think you're gonna hold on, my guy's gonna do something, and then they speak, and you go, "Damn, that's not my guy. That is not my guy."
It's like you said. I love that there's a disclaimer. Like we said, we wouldn't talk about politics, but
And
we did say we would call out stupid.
every
And
last
and the two coincide.
They
a lot.
are. They do. They like
So-
when you register to run for politics. I'm sure it's like, do you mind being called stupid? And they're like, no.
No, I love how you
I
said
lo-
when you register to run for politics.
Right, like you register, you
Like-
have to sign up
Right.
to put yourself and go. I just
No, I
hope
know, I
people
know.
give me
You
money.
put it in the most layman, simplistic
Yeah,
way
yeah.
ever. Like when you register to do politics. No, I'm not. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm not attacking you this early in the show. It was fucking funny.
It's yeah, it was. I'm not
another curse, unappropriated curse.
Oh, there. It's the voice. That's the voice that changes.
the voice is
everything.
coming back.
It's okay.
Yeah, but the stupidity levels.
Ours or theirs?
No, both. But
Okay, all
listen. Ours on a scale of like compared to theirs, we're not a pimple on their ass.
We're a 3
Oh, dude, it's
on
insane.
their 25.
There's been a lot of tragedy in the country. Unfortunately,
Fucking gun
and
tragedy, man.
a lot of gun tragedy. Now listen, I am a pro gun owner. Let's get that.
I listen. I agree.
want that to be
100%.
completely-
Regardless of whoever I voted for,
Right.
I am. And listen, most people who are not against guns have never shot a gun.
No.
And some people also who are.
Listen,
For regula-
opinions are like assholes, right? And everybody knows that. We all know that. That's
Everybody
it's
knows
a
it and
saying,
everybody
has
has it.
one, right? And we all know the saying, but the way that guns are misled as to being the problem. It's not the problem. It's mental illness. It's
the person what's in its hands,
and
right?
It's the policing. Like when they say gun control, That's a bad word to use because you're using it as an umbrella.
Well, the first thing you think when you have a gun, you think it's being attacked. You're like, control? You're going to control my guns? You're not going to control my guns.
No, it's controlling the people that have the guns.
Look, if you think the government is trying to take your guns, you don't understand how fucking tanks work.
Right.
Okay? So if they want it, they'll take it.
Right. And they won't. Because they know it's a losing battle for them.
It's like,
so, people, it's not about that. It's just about, listen, there's one thing that these two cases, and the two cases we're talking about, obviously, are Colorado.
Yeah. Again, Colorado.
Where, the guy went into a couple of massage parlors, and I think there was 7 total.
Atlanta. That guy was in Atlanta.
That was Atlanta.
Okay.
That guy was ATL.
I'm sorry. See, I'm confusing because there's so many shootings in the last week.
2.
Ridiculous. 2's a lot.
2's more than enough.
Yeah.
More than enough.
In Atlanta. I'm sorry. You're right.
The first one was in ATL.
Right.
It was in Atlanta.
Right.
And that guy went into the two massage parlors.
I think it was didn't he go into a third
three.
one?
Three,
Yeah, he
sorry,
went into 3. He killed like one girl in the third one.
He shot 6 women who worked there.
Right.
And I think it was 2 customers or someone was in the car. It was another male and female. But the 6 women, all Asian women, who worked there, and so
whatever. I think the number was 7, but
How
whatever.
do you explain that to your wife if you like stopped there and you just went?
And you get shot.
I just stopped by. Where did you get that bullet from?
I went to get changed.
How'd you get shot? I was getting a massage.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
I would never do that.
First of all, some of the names on these places, like, anytime somebody dies, let's get this clear. We're not saying you're putting yourself in a position to die, because that's not what I'm saying right now at all. What I'm saying is some of these places don't attract the best people. Okay? Now, mentally ill. Now, this is the one thing that I want to say between the shootings. The two things that they're in common. And you have the race baiters.
So let's say, all right.
They go after, like, they're trying to put a narrative behind the shootings, right?
Okay, but.
So this first shooting was obviously a white kid that shot a bunch of Asian women.
And so what, you don't think that it was.
No, but what happened was initially he said, I couldn't deal with the temptation. I was going back so much.
I wouldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, that's fine. I understand that. I get that you're not believing. He's saying that he couldn't not go, like, pass by there and not want to go in there and get either a massage. Now, we don't know the situation. It's been, a week now, right? So at first,
you think he's going to be forthcoming with the absolute truth? Listen.
No, I think that mentally ill people do that. Yeah, mentally ill people tell the truth. They shoot a bunch of people up, and then they walk into a fucking police station, and they go, "This is why I did it."
I don't know
because they're mentally
how many times
fucked
I could see those
up,
cases
Michael.
that it
This is
happens.
what I'm saying.
But this guy, well, let's talk about.
Why are there never? But what I'm saying is, why are there never discussions of how mentally fucked up these people are?
There are. The problem is they always when it comes
no,
to
it's
the
race first.
When
it's
it comes
not mental.
When it comes to it depends on who gets shot. But when it comes to the politicians, what do they say? What do the politicians say every
Well, it
time
depends
there's a
on
mass
what
shooting?
politician, because they all say stupid shit.
But the first thing
shit,
they say is, "Well, we can't talk about that right now." But our hearts and minds are whatever's there for you.
The smart ones do, because you don't know the facts. Don't talk about it. But what I'm saying is the media immediately, which I hate, like we both hate. The media immediately made it a race thing. Immediately. And, again, there's a fucking problem with violence against Asians in the country.
But
that's a fact.
Right now,
but you know what?
It's heavy.
It's been like, listen, it's been like this forever. And you know what? For every Chinese delivery food dude that went to deliver in the projects, they got robbed and fucking beat or killed. And how many times that happened? A lot. Over the last 30 years.
But for the stupidity of what that is.
But it was never brought up then. Now it's a narrative.
Well, it was brought up as
it's
a robbery.
It's a robbery. No, it's a narrative as.
But you see the videos of where they're attacking these people.
Correct. We're talking about the same thing.
I know that. I'm just saying. It sounds like
I'm not disputing. What I'm saying is the narrative. It's like there are factually things happening, but the media uses a narrative. So they're doing that with the shootings. So this kid self-admittedly said it's the temptation.
Okay.
All right? Whether you're right, whether you believe him or not, this is what you should report.
But don't you think that
as a reporter you should say,
just as simple
but
that
that
it's
is
as simple as
look, what I'm saying,
the temptation
no,
made
because
you want to shoot
it's
them?
irresponsible to shoot that the kid is a white supremacist shooting up Asians, and that's what that was reported. So that's the fucking thing I'm saying. So instead of having a little,
do we know more about his background? Is there more information to go on?
This was, what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about my opinion. I'm telling you, this was
so what is your opinion?
This is what was.
I know
reported.
what you reported.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is what was reported the day after the shooting. That's what I'm saying. This is what was reported. Now, all I'm saying is if he did have a vendetta against massage parlor people, women, unfortunately, the realistic fact is that they're Asian. Okay? Find me a massage place that there's gonna be an American chick in there or a couple American. It's not. They don't exist.
Maybe
it's like a Dunkin' Donuts without Hindus. They don't exist.
Hindus,
Hindus and Dunkin' Donuts.
Indian.
Yes,
but
no, but they're all mostly Hindus.
So the guy says so he doesn't get death. I was just the temptation. I was just crazy, and you know what? I couldn't do it. And his lawyer goes, yeah, he's crazy. All of a sudden, the crazy comes.
No, but there was no lawyer, Mike. He walked into the police station with the fucking not walked into the police station after he shot them. He said, "This is why I did it." Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you were a white supremacist, wouldn't you be proud? Would you say, I shot them because I fucking hate Asians?
Well, no, because right now it's easier to plead the insanity.
Why?
Plead insanity.
Why would you do that, though?
Why would you do that?
You're pleading insanity either way, Mike, is what I'm saying.
No, because I just disagree that I don't think I think it's all that insanity is bullshit.
Okay, so
he knew exactly what he was doing.
Are you okay with the fact that the
people.
media the next day said he was a white supremacist killing Asians? You have no problem with that, but you have a problem.
I didn't say I don't have a problem with that. I'm just trying to. I don't have the answers. They don't have the answers. You don't have the answers.
I don't have the answers.
We don't have the answers.
Responsible reporting is the answer. This is the way you do it. You say we don't have the fucking facts.
You're told to take a microphone and a camera and shut it in someone's face, right? And go find a story.
It's because it's the world we live in is all media. It's driven in your face.
It's good media and bad media.
I get thrown in Facebook jail, and it's like fucking being on vacation. Like I don't have to look at my phone and on I realize how it's a problem that I have, and I try.
Don't you understand that while you associate all those attacks on Asians right now, that it's spiked?
There are a lot of them. They spiked 100%.
Spiked. Yeah. That the minute
because the media drives it.
Right, but
people are robots, bro. You
would say
trust me, dude. And you know what? How come? Let me ask you a question. This is 100% factual. You're saying that the racist attacks on Asians are at a higher level, and without a shadow of a doubt, unequivocally they are, right? If you ever look at any of the narrative, and I don't want to make it a black-white thing, but the media always does.
Okay.
So we have to call that out because it's not right.
But what I'm saying is, with all these attacks, would you say, like, the unfortunate part is to jump to conclusion to go, Asian was shot, it's attack on Asian.
But it's
right?
usually it's usually a racist white person kills an Asian, or a racist white person does this, or a racist white person does that. Now, my point is, if there's a spike in assaults against Asians, especially in New York, they're not from white people. I'm telling you that shit right now.
But if you look at all these videos,
fact.
right? If you look at all these videos,
they're not. Look at all the news.
I'm just saying, like,
see it on the news.
Watch these videos. They're not all white. They're not all white.
None of them are white.
Right, but I'm saying with
I think one kid was white. One kid was white.
I mean, I haven't seen all of them. Have you seen all of them?
Dude, two ladies were pushed in front of a train. Okay, they called that a hate crime. Two Asian ladies. All right. If you noticed also that train violence has been up like ridiculous. People getting pushed in front of a train was up the last year and a half.
In New York City alone, because of it goes back to this fucking mayor. Excuse me, cursed again. Anyway, there was supposed to be a mental health facility, right?
Yeah.
People are taken care of so that we can have them and treat them. But it's bullshit because we have them in the street. So what happens when they're in the street? They don't know what to do. They just react. They know if I could push them and I go to jail and I could be in jail for the rest of my life and I eat and I get medicated and I go, huh?
You ain't gonna go to jail.
Well,
no, that's the problem. They ain't putting people in jail.
Not anymore, right? But I mean, it will change. But I mean, the idea. You're also saying they're unstable. What I'm saying is, in their head, they're thinking, "I'm going to jail. I'm going to get medication. I'm going to eat. I don't belong in the streets." And some of them just don't care. They just don't give a fuck, right? Because there's no filter anymore. The medication was the filter, and they don't have it.
But that's clear-cut mental illness, right? With homeless people.
100%.
But how come if this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm trying to say. I guess is my point. And again, I hate doing the whole fucking race thing because it makes me seem like that I'm like as a white person, you can really never talk about race and win. It just doesn't work.
Because how dare you be white to talk about somebody else's
white
race?
privilege, this, that, I don't care.
Well,
Fuck
minus the privilege.
I'm still allowed to voice my opinion. And my point is, I believe that the mental illness with those homeless people is through the roof. And if they're not being helped, they will release them to the streets.
And worse.
And worse and worse and worse.
And worse.
And now the violence is up. And this is something that's been going on in LA forever, right? This is like because of homelessness and because of mental incapacitation of the people that are just
But
floating
even the
around.
facilities that they put them in, they're putting them in jail where they don't belong.
Right.
So here we are. We get a change. We're about to do something different. We're about to build a mental health facility for people who don't belong in jail, who believe to be treated and medicated.
Non-violent crimes.
Non-violent crimes. And then they have to do violent crimes because there's no filter
There's no
out there.
going back. That again, I feel like we're talking in circles, but the point is, there's always a racial narrative, okay? And
Correct.
a racial is not the right word. I guess a racist.
It's a racist
narrative.
Yeah, racial narrative
Because
is
racial. Right. It's a racist narrative that the media will always push. And all I want to do is try to promote as much as I can to all of our listeners, friends, family, loved ones, like everybody. Like, this ain't about, at this point, it's not about race. It's about the media pushing fucking hate.
So, all right.
It's promoting hate.
So you believe at that moment what this guy said that he, let's say, from the story that we get through the captain, the captain of the police who said he was just having a bad day.
No, this is what he said. He told the captain.
Yeah, but what he said, he goes,
I believe
look,
the captain's telling the truth that this is what the kid said to him. I'm not saying.
But his superior was like, he probably shouldn't have said that, right?
Well,
that's what he did. That's what he did.
He used bad verbiage.
He goes like he shouldn't have said it.
He repeated what the kid said.
Right.
He said the kid said I was having a bad day.
Right. So I would say so. It's kind of a bad day when you load up and travel around from place to place.
But you're taking it right. You're taking it literal because it was literal. The kid said it. So, all right. So listen, we're gonna take a real quick call and let's see what this is about.
Yeah,
maybe it's about the topic we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe someone's gonna jump
maybe.
in.
Let's go. Caller, who do we have?
Who's on? Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Caller, you're on the air.
Yo, it's the biggest.
Can you try that again and stop yelling because we didn't hear anything you said?
Are you listening to yourself?
Yeah.
You got you're right next to your radio,
Got the
TV.
feedback.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, there you are. There, we can hear you now.
You hung up on yourself.
They hung up. That was an epic fail.
Hey, I'm not going to be able to do a good job.
Epic fail. Kind of like the beginning of our show is kind of an epic fail talking about this topic.
No.
But it's just frustrating. That's all. It's
Right.
frustrating to me that people still allow the media to fucking drive this bullshit narrative. Now, it's the same thing and the reason why I brought this up is because the proof was in the pudding with the second shooting. Okay? And the guy goes in the supermarket, goes nuts, blah, blah, blah. And immediately, when they take pictures of this guy in his underwear, and he fucking...
Well, with his scruffy beard
and
everything.
He looks like a hillbilly piece of
he's
shit
up
from
in
Virginia.
the woods, right? Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we got the caller
All
back.
right,
We got the caller back. We'll
Go
get
ahead.
that thought again.
Who's this?
Tony, baby. Tony, the biggest Yankee fan.
The biggest Yankee fan, Tony.
This is your brother.
I thought you brother you.
Yeah, this is your brother making his call.
Maybe you should turn your radio off so we
Yeah,
can
because
hear
he
you.
wants to
'Cause it's
hear
an
yourself.
echo, bro.
Don't worry, you could watch it after to hear
You know
yourself.
what? It's definitely my brother doing some dumb shit like that, trying to listen to himself while he talks.
Listen to me.
Bro, listen, it's 2021. We can record shit and listen back,
Yeah.
Tone. You don't have to listen to
As soon
yourself.
as you get off it with us, you can go and listen to it.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up, Tone?
Not much, bro.
About the Yankee fans.
Yeah, what about the Yankee fans?
I want to place a bet with you guys.
Okay, what's that?
Whoever has a better record at the end of the year,
Yeah?
let's make a bet on something.
You washed my car?
Mike doesn't have a car, so that's the funniest thing ever. Tone, listen,
Go
Tone.
ahead. Sorry. Hold on. Go ahead. Let him. Sorry. Go ahead.
You have to wear a Yankee hat next opening day.
Listen, the
Okay.
Yankee hat, that's easy.
I mean,
bet.
that's pretty easy.
That's an easy bet.
I
mean, the fact that it's on opening day is pretty fucked up, though. Yeah, so that's a good bet.
I could do that.
Really?
I could do that. I'll
gonna
take that bet with you.
So, Tone, is it just record for record?
Yeah, regular season, no playoffs or nothing.
Okay.
All right.
So Mike and Tony have a bet for, but listen, what do you do what do you get when you
So
lose?
if you lose, what do you do for me?
Yeah, what do you got?
What do I offer? How about you wear
A Met hat at our opening day.
or
Yeah, but that's not
no,
the
you
point.
wear a jersey. You got it like a hat you could just put on top of your head and it might not even fit, so then you can't wear it. How about you wear a jersey and says I made a mistake?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you why that's fair, Tone. Listen why that's fair. Because Mike is going to be fessing up to his bet if he loses in front of fellow Met fans. If you lose, you're going to be fessing up to those same Met fans.
Yeah,
so
it's
there's
nobody different.
There's kind of less face lost on
You're
your
not
end.
going to Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium to show up in a
you're-
Met jersey.
Yeah, you're right. If you had to go to Yankee Stadium opening day with a Met jersey on, that would be a fucking interesting, juicy bet.
Okay, so if you want the full
Let's do
bet,
that.
I got one. I'll buy you a ticket to opening day Yankee Stadium, and you
Wearing a Piazza jersey.
wearing a Piazza jersey.
Listen, Nah, I think you're gonna get me killed. I'm just talking.
All right. Fair enough. Is a jersey for a hat in front of our friends.
Okay, that sounds like a friendly bet.
You put if I lose, you get all the Yankee friends together. You sit and I'll take a picture in the middle of it. And if you lose, you have to wear that jersey on opening day with us in the tailgate and with all our Met fans around you.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're up until the game starts.
Up until
the game starts.
It's only between the first and the last inning. Before that, nothing, and after that, nothing.
All right, Tone, listen, I'm going to take that bet with you as well, but we're going to have different stipulations.
Talk about it all later on.
No, we're
Yeah,
going
when
to
you
do it.
get home.
We're going to do it right now. So it's going to be dinner with the kids and the girls. All right. Whoever wins has to pay. Whoever loses has to pay.
No, how about this? Dinner with the kids and girls. If you lose, you pay. You wear a Yankee hat.
While you pay with the Yankee hat
All right.
on.
So the loser has to pay and wear a Yankee hat or the opposing team hat at dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Sounds
wear a
good.
man
Yeah,
hat.
if he wins, he's in like two
That
really
sounds good.
amazing pictures with two amazing guys.
Sounds good. If I lose, we're going to go to Frankie and Johnny, so I fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
All right. So you got a deal.
Well,
That's a bet.
I like this. I like that we got this caller, and it happened
Yeah.
to be someone who make a challenge and place a bet.
Yeah, no doubt. And he
Thanks
pulled
for calling, Tone.
And he saved us from that terrible topic,
Yeah.
too. Thanks, Tone. Thanks for
Take a
pulling us
break
out of
from that.
doldrums.
Clean up time.
Timing's everything.
Yeah. Thanks, Tone.
All right, guys.
Thanks a
Talk
lot,
to you later.
brother. Later.
Yeah. Well, we were just saying it's like minus that our battle of the topics, but two
was funny.
really messed up scenarios with those two shootings.
No,
and-
it was sad. And, like, again, my whole point always, ladies and gentlemen, is fuck the media. Like,
Yeah.
they're awful people. There's always an ulterior motive. They're trying to get people to hate each other.
They're always
They're
trying to, yeah, like they don't, there's always a divide and they push a divide and they never, and everybody always thinks that their media is right. Same thing with their politicians. They think they're not there for them. They gave us this perfect media.
Right.
That
Everybody wants to be
it's
right.
bull-
But the
it's-
whole thing is,
it's all
like
garbage,
what I
man.
said
It's
was
all
they
garbage.
wanted to blame that second shooting on being
right, like, and then they find out that his
that he-
name
right.
is
he was a Syrian, refugee that came here.
right, but
After now, look, there's the whole thing. There's the whole thing. There's the way the media can work, and just think about it. If they wanted to, they could have said, Biden dropped bombs on Syria 3 weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was.
and then he's acting
And this
out.
is a Syrian national.
It's just- yeah.
There was never that connection.
Well,
instead,
somebody
it
wrote
was
it.
instead it was 10 minutes after it happened. It's not a black guy BLM shirt. It's not a LGBT. It's not any of the people that Donald Trump hated and blamed the violence.
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. It's not any of those groups that Donald Trump hated. Like immediately went to Trump, who's not president anymore. But
Well, the same thing.
ISIS rights.
which is disgusting.
Spanky fan just lost 2 bets.
Yeah,
Spanky
Spanky
fan.
fan.
Tony,
The
hurry up.
Spankies. Tony, hurry up.
Yeah, Tony, hurry
I'm
up.
gonna-
But
Hurry up with
I'm gonna
you
let
type
you-
a little faster.
I'm gonna let you guys
hurry
know.
up with that stutter typing.
Spanky.
I'm gonna let you guys know. You guys are both streaming, right, on your phones?
Yes.
Let
I'm streaming
He is,
Facebook.
not
yeah.
me.
Let the callers. Let your viewers know
Oh, like,
that
add,
they-
subscribe.
that they're seeing behind the scenes. They're not
Right.
gonna hear the callers
Right.
unless they go
Right,
on
right,
to the
right,
main
right,
site.
right.
So we
I'm-
just anybody
Right,
who's
so
live.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be talking to my Facebook Live listeners. I have
Sean's brother
it
called up
it looks
and
like
issued
11.
us a challenge.
It looks like 11
You
people.
got 11 fantastic
I got
people.
Paulie Garibaldi,
I
who's
just-
going to be cooking the pig, live pig.
You got 11 fantastic people.
I got Eugene back in the day. Eugene, what up, Bubby?
I just put a link on yours. So
I
they
saw
can
you.
hear
Yeah.
the-
Yep.
they can hear the
Mikey J
caller.
just posted a link. Follow Mikey J. Hit that link, and that will take you to the show where you can hear all the audio, live audio.
the callers and stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get off the bad stuff. Fuck the media. Stop the hatred. Stop all the good stuff. Like, add, subscribe to the show.
Like,
we're going to
add,
start getting into some
subscribe.
really fun stuff right now. We're going to change.
So okay, so
completely-
let's just get out of it. Let's clean
Yeah.
our palate. Let's leave.
Yeah, I just had to bring that
the
bullshit up.
misery.
I hate
Well, we had
stupid.
talked about that.
I hate
But it's
stupid.
not. It's a tragedy, and it's tragic that the people that are responsible to inform us just fill it
Choose
with
to
this.
fill it with lies.
Yeah.
And you know what the one had, like I said, what came back to my original, what they had in common? Mental illness.
Yeah.
Because the Syrian kid, the brother said, I'm telling you, he was mentally ill the last, so it's mental. Why can't you just listen to people for what it is?
But even that's what the like.
Sometimes
the,
it's the truth.
With the gun control or the arms control of it is like, maybe we can do a bigger background check, right?
That's it.
And here's the other thing that's
It's
a
not
problem.
hard,
But
not
here's the other
difficult.
thing: if you buy a gun legally, and you decide you don't want it anymore, and you decide to sell it to me, you don't have to list that you sold it to me.
Right. You can sell it to anybody you want.
Anybody can't do it with a car, but you can
100%.
with the gun. And then the same people that are like anti.
But if something happens with that gun, it's registered to you. So
Right.
you can't say I sold it because then you go to jail.
Right, but
for
as you
illegally
sell
selling.
it-
But yes, you're right. You're 100% right.
It keeps
You
going
can
on.
just buy used guns, and that's
Yeah.
the problem. There's hundreds of millions of used weapons in the country that that are floating around that you could get your hands on.
Look at
If
all
it-
those
you
buyback
want a gun, you get
programs
one
that,
tonight.
and what
It's
they
not
take,
difficult.
and still it's nothing.
Just be, people just have to be fucking
325
smart.
million
Stop
people,
being
and we got
hateful,
like
stop being stupid.
500 million weapons.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just the country was built on weapons, and that's kind of where
Well,
we
it was
are.
built on
It's sad.
defense.
It was built on weapons.
Defense with
No.
weapons to defend yourself. That was what it was. So-
Freedom.
right, but it
Independence,
was
not
to
defense.
defend yourself. That was defense. Your
Well, they
independence.
didn't
and
attack
freedom.
us. We attacked them. We
Well-
wanted our freedom.
Well, we attack who?
We attacked the British, brother.
Well,
we
no, we
instigated
settled
that war.
here. They settled here, and they didn't like our happiness.
No.
You can look it up. They didn't like what
What
Americans.
can I look up? The Declaration. I mean the independent.
What?
God, hold on.
No, the Declaration of Independence was made
Forget
by
the Declaration of
Americans,
Independence.
right?
All right, hold on.
These are the people that came here to settle.
ISIS wrote. You need
Fuck ISIS. I don't care
You
about
need a
that.
Yankees fan.
Forget ISIS.
You need a Yankees fan to help that.
Yeah, forget ISIS. Mike, we rose up against the British. Is my point. That's all. We started that
Yeah.
war. We instigated the
But
war.
we put it
They
together-
didn't attack us. You said defense. It wasn't defense. We attacked
Yeah,
them.
no, you're missing, dude.
Taxation was that representation.
Right
That
here.
was the beginning of the war.
We were here. They were taxing us here. The king came over here and didn't like the fact that we were striving when we made America, and we didn't want to listen to
So
them
you said
anymore.
defense. It wasn't defense. They weren't attacking
We were
us.
we were.
To some people, it's a good life.
What do you? I think you're missing.
The colonists, the people that live here.
Yeah, the people
right?
that lived here were defending themselves against
half
the
of
king
those,
coming
half
in
of
here.
those people thought it was a good life. The other half wanted to revolt because they didn't.
Right, but the king sent
So how
people
they-
over here to take us away from.
Shut up already.
You fucking don't know. You don't. That's 4 times. I'm sorry.
You said defense. It wasn't defense.
You got to look it up. The Americans who
Okay.
became
All right,
the Americans.
So we defended ourselves. Listen. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh bullshit! You don't get to dismiss it like that. Get out of here.
I think I do because
No, get out of here.
My
You're
point-
right. I'm wrong
my
because
point.
you're right.
My point was the whole point of the fucking independent. The see, I'm losing my mind now.
You should look.
This shit is like a bad exhibition fight. It really
Ah,
is.
It's awful.
It's
awful. We fucking basically wanted our freedom. That's what we wanted.
That's defense, my man.
All right,
That's
hold on. We got a call. Let's see if the caller has an answer for this. Because
Listen,
this is an
if-
awful.
if-
This is a terrible start to the show. I'll tell you. You got to have bad ones with the good
Just
ones.
debate,
people
man.
that gotta be there's people that gotta be held accountable for the people, those crazy people with the guns.
Right.
I mean, they could give the guns to anybody, whatever, but the blame goes on the guardian of the people. I mean, the parents should know the kid's a psycho, and and this kid is buying the gun.
Right.
Because they
of course.
figure that'll keep them happy, keep them occupied.
Well, that's the whole point. The
Yeah,
loot.
but see, that's where it all goes wrong. See, it's the parents or the guardians that gotta watch over it. Anybody could get a fucking gun.
Anybody.
Legally,
And legally.
anybody could get a gun.
Right. And that's my point. Legally, anybody could get a gun. Imagine illegally. So instead of
Yo, listen, I heard it just traded Doc Rivers Jr. from the Knicks.
Doc Rivers,
Mike.
it's Austin.
Austin, it's not Doc
It's
Rivers.
not Doc Rivers Jr.
Doc Rivers Jr.
You-
Hey, shit, yo, look up. But check out the stats. I want to see who.
What the fuck did
You
just
all right,
say?
man?
What did you just say? Wait. No.
He went, no. Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back.
Rivers look alike.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
All the rivers look alike.
Yo.
He was the newborn, the grandson. He probably looks like a river too.
Yeah.
But yeah, find out who they traded for.
They got
Rivers
some
and-
guy,
Dude,
Lawrence. It's a 22-year-old swingman. They got this kid, Lawrence, and he played in Australia for a while.
Oh my. What the fuck is
All the
going
rivers
on?
look alike.
Can we start the show? This what
No.
this what I mean by like stupid. Oh my God.
Shall I bring us back in on a new intro?
I don't even understand what's going on. Mike, listen, my point to you, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to argue for that other bullshit, but all I said to you
not an
was
argument.
you said defense, and all I'm saying it wasn't defense.
Okay.
The United States the colonies revolted.
So are you saying that your
we were the
opinion of it, or
instigators,
you're
that's all.
telling me that that's the factual part?
No, I'm just the revolution was. It's called a revolution for a reason, right? Because you're revolting. You're not defending yourself. That it's not like they attacked us and we defended ourselves and won the fight. Like if we went to court, it would be us that started the fucking thing. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm
you're
saying.
defending your, but you aren't.
I think I won.
You
Mike,
think you
do
won?
agree?
I
think I
don't-
won that argument.
I don't. Never
Because
mind.
you said defense, and
Right,
it wasn't.
but you're defending your right to be free away from the ruling
No,
of the king.
No, so now you're twisting your words.
No, I'm not twisting
Yeah,
my
because
words.
you're not
That's
defending
okay.
your right to anything. You don't have a right when you're under
Johnny
the king.
Green Thumbs writes,
Okay.
did you guys see with Nancy Pelosi fell off the bike?
No, we're not. Listen, we're
I don't
not.
care.
We're not into
I don't
old
care.
people falling.
You see how I'm trying to switch
She's
this up?
80-something years old.
Fucking people.
She's
are,
80-something years old. Your grandmother fell
You
off
see
a
how
bike.
I'm
Is
trying
that
to
funny?
switch it up
Like-
on you?
Is that
I
funny?
don't understand how people are like okay with old people falling and thinking it's.
But it's
fucking
because they
funny.
don't like Nancy Pelosi because she's a Democrat.
I
right?
hate
So-
Nancy Pelosi. She's an idiot, but I don't want to fucking see her fall.
Oh no, it's
It's
cool. She didn't have a
disturbing.
helmet. She felt perfect.
It's like watching. It's like watching two 80-year-olds fuck. Like, you ever watch old porn? It's so disturbing. Like, I don't want to watch that either, and I don't want to watch an old person fall. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm equating it to it. Yeah, and I did watch old people porn just to see what it was like.
Just and then when it went back, it was still the same. And
'Cause
when
I
it
was-
went back again, it was still the same.
First of all, I was amazed that it existed. Okay, so
Anything exists.
I'm
Everything.
scrolling. I'm doing my thing. You know, you're scrolling through. You're trying to be a little adventurous with yourself every now and then. You know,
Yeah.
trying. Try different.
You try to,
thought.
hey, you know what? I
Yeah.
want to see if I can
It's like
implant,
different thoughts.
if
You're
I
trying
can take
different
this
thoughts.
vision and hold it into my head.
Listen, anybody who's you
Let's
know what
leave that one.
You know I'm
Let's
telling the
leave
truth.
that one.
You
Let's
know I'm
leave
telling
that
the
one.
truth. Like if you're
Let's leave it.
If no, because who gets listen? Only boring dudes get stuck on the same porn over and over.
Okay.
So if you want to, if you know you want to get some like good
But it isn't
variety in
boring
your life.
dudes. It's like you're just saying like.
So
in
sometimes you're like, you know what?
All
Let me
right.
check two old broads out. You know, two old broad
Yeah.
lesbians. Like,
Yeah.
let's see how that looks.
and then that
And
quickly
then you're
ends the
disgusted.
conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Or,
and then
or
you stop
maybe you're
talking
not.
about
It depends on who it is.
Well, it depends on now. It's like now we don't talk about it anymore because
Why-
we're done.
Does this make you uncomfortable, Mike? It's
No.
reality, dude.
It's not for me to be uncomfortable.
It's literally the
It's not
biggest.
for me to be
the
uncomfortable.
biggest. I don't get. It's the biggest business in the world. If our listeners are uncomfortable with porn, they listen to the wrong show.
No, I was just talking about the granny stuff.
Oh no, the granny stuff is actually. I think it was fascinating.
Oh
actually.
well, you know, you would
It
hope
looked like-
that at 80 that you'd still want to be
It looked like
sexually active.
it looked like 2 half a pounds of roast beef with a firecracker went off and but in the middle of them both. Oh my god.
If there was nothing that could cancel this show right now, that definitely.
I think that.
Hey, episode 7 was
It's-
it?
I'm
Was
just-
episode 7 canceled?
We heard that they pulled our show off YouTube. We're trying to top it.
Yeah, we wonder if we could get all of them turned shut off. So we have an episode that was removed by YouTube, and we don't know why. So while we're here,
We're
we're
just gonna get
working
them all
on another
pulled off.
episode to get removed on YouTube, just for the fun of it. Yeah, we got one. There's nothing like getting 2.
Listen, bro, we got to be edgy. We only had 200 listeners last week.
150. We dropped 20.
We dropped.
We dropped 20. We're trying to be a little bit more edgy.
We dropped a
Engage
lot.
you.
We either need Johnny or we got to be a lot more edgy.
Well, either
Sorry, Aunt Pats. Both Aunt
Pats,
Pats.
both
'cause
of
we
you.
Both have
Both
Aunt
of them
Pats.
was cut off already. They're not listening anymore.
No, they're done. My Aunt Pat gave up week 2.
Yeah, mine was like, I don't
She's
know
like,
if I could do it anymore.
Now I know why YouTube canceled it. My
Yeah.
Aunt Pat stopped watching.
My Aunt Pat was like, after 30 seconds, she was like, I don't think I'm going to come back.
I wish you the best, but I don't think
Sorry.
I don't think I'm coming
Sorry.
back, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah. So, so leaving all that bad, incredibly awful stuff and topic.
There was a lot of awful stuff that went on.
a
and
lot of awful
we needed
stuff.
to talk about
Yeah,
it.
we
and
got it out of our system.
We did an awful job of talking about it. So, at least I did. No, I think Michael did too. Because you
Oh
could-
yeah. Like
you could have bailed me out a little bit.
I could have,
but
but it's kind of like it's kind of like me laughing along with that shitty Irish accent you
could
had
have.
last week.
It depends on the accent.
That one.
You know what? I'm fully supportive of your heshe, and you totally shoot me down.
Heshe.
With your heshe.
Heshe. Hi, Heshe.
Okay. So let's get back on track.
All right, so let's jump. We were staying with news. I got a great story. You know this one about the NFL ref who got suspended? He got kicked out from the league.
No.
That and I'll tell you why he got kicked out. So he was heard on a hot mic saying that he was going to give a penalty to the other team just to give him a penalty.
No.
Yeah, and
What,
like,
NFL referee?
yeah. So this guy Tim Peel basically was fired for a potential. They call it makeup penalties, right? Like they want to extend the time, or they don't want a team.
Somebody
to
pisses
get,
you off
yeah.
or anything.
And
like
so
that.
he's on a hot mic saying, "You got to give let's give Nashville a penalty over here."
No.
And so yeah, and the guy barely did anything. He called it. It was like 30 seconds into it. It was extending, and he threw it. And they did the review, and they hear him, and he's I think it's
Now
like
it makes you wonder how much that should happen.
54. It's got to happen a
Oh,
lot.
forget it.
So one of
Fucking
the
all day.
one of the head coaches from the other team that had been in the league for like 23 years as a head coach said it was all the time. Like one of those things. If you're not following my rules, you're not listening.
Right.
You're gonna get a made up penalty.
Right.
So this guy got the boot. He's 54 years old. He's been, I think it's like 20 something years or something like that. He's been there, and he just, like with all the mics.
If you don't know, like if you're there that long and you don't know that what you did was wrong.
Right, but also the refs. So in hockey, they were the ones who did it first. Hockey has a central system where they have the review there, but they have the review back in New York in their headquarters.
Right.
So they review everything just in case those refs missed it.
Right.
Which now
Which
we're
is
all,
what the
all the
NFL
sports is So also baseball has been doing
Right.
that.
The NHL did start that though. Yes.
Yeah. So they're recording everything. They hear everything.
Right.
Like if you're thinking, I got to make a penalty.
See, that's what I mean. Like when people do shit now and they caught on audio,
you can't
or
be
like,
surprised.
Like you're the fucking you have to know. It's not.
That's what I mean. More than anything, hockey,
It's
you
not
should
a
know.
secret.
It's not.
You know what's funny? That's a great fucking leads me to a really good Ricky Lake story. So I was working on Ricky Lake, and just to prove how like real those shows were, I think on that show, on that specific show, I was a utility back then. So utility did everything, camera utility. You did basically like video, you audio, you did everything. You helped out with everything, but you were generally like a whatever. So.
A gopher.
You did not so much a gopher. Like I didn't get coffee. I did like, we ran all the cables, we ran all the
Connections, cameras.
If anybody
lights.
needed something, they came to us for it. So essentially they the producers arrange everything. When they set all these stories up, and a lot of these shows are fake. A lot of some of them are real. This is how I knew Ricky Lake was fucking real. Okay, and this is like the beginning of me working in that business. There was a couple, and they were gonna, they were mic'd up. So later on, what I did. I did A1 audio assist, but they were mic'd up, and the A1 left. Once you do an audio check or whatever, you always assume the mic's on. It's for you, just for you. You're an actor. I know you know that. When you're mic'd up, you're mic'd up. Somebody's listening. So this couple and the third person, the couple were in the green room. The third person was in another green room. And they're all mic'd up. And, obviously the person's by themselves or with a friend or whatever. The couple's like, I hope they don't fuck this up. Like, they better stay on point. Like, they better keep the story the way we said it. Like, we changed it last minute. And they're like trying to get their story straight. And they're in the green room.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you can hear, they have the mic. You can hear them.
What happened was the audio, A1 heard it. A1 called the executive. You immediately call the executive producer, and they make all the decision, and they feed it in. And Ricky was like, "Fuck that, play it for the audience." So now everybody in the audience is hearing what they're talking about, right? So she's like, "All right, guys, don't act like you don't know nothing." To the studio audience, they invite the people into the studio, and they're like, "Okay, hey guys, all right, so we got Dick from Chicago and Jane from blah blah blah, and they're gonna tell their story." And they go into this whole spiel for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. And she's like, so you're liars, huh? How's that going? And they were like, what do you mean? They're like, you're fucking lying, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, what do you? And they play the audio back of them bullshitting. The best part of it is they go, okay, guys, see you later. Goodbye. And, your stuff is in the lobby. The hotel checked you out.
You're gone, yeah. No pay, nothing.
They only give they don't. I don't think they paid him anyway. They gave him like travel money, like per diem, but they only give you a one-way ticket.
So they didn't have a ticket to go back.
And the girl starts crying, and she's like, "We don't have money to get home." And they were from like Chicago for sure, because she was like, "Chicago's cold. It's so cold outside. How am I gonna get home?" And dude, I could see Ricky just going, "You shouldn't have lied, honey. Sorry, get off my stage." It was fucking hilarious, bro.
Just to have knowing that, yeah, because when we're like, so you're on a set and the mic, and sometimes when they're doing the check, you start talking into it or saying jokes and singing. Like they'll stick the boom mic over you, and you just start. I know I'm an awful singer, and I don't really, I don't care. But
No, you're
every
great.
once in a while,
You're
they just
the
be like,
greatest singer ever.
No, not ever. That's just only in the shower. Only in the shower, you good, and you do it all the time.
That's where I've heard you.
But yeah, I know when you were sitting down next to me while I was in the shower. I remember those times.
No, I was in the shower.
But anyway, the funny thing is you're prepared that once they put that on you, once they click it on, they tell you, you're on. You're on.
Always assume it's on.
Always assume it's on.
Oh, we heard some stuff, man.
Or I used to like to say like, do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Spy cams. How about spy cams?
Yeah.
So
Even
this
more.
is a great story that was never supposed to get out. It would have cost people jobs. So if you're listening now, you're going to hear this story, and it happened, it was 15, 17 years ago, whatever, but it was never released to the public because they literally had a production meeting with everybody and they threatened everybody's jobs. So I was working at MTV, and if you remember, TRL.
Yeah, I do remember TRL.
So TRL was a lot of fun to work on, but MTV was really weird. Like first of all, they were fucking. It was just a weird place to work, and they had a picture booth, a photo booth, that all the celebrities would come on TRL. They would go into the photo booth and take photos. Like boom, boom. It was like every guest did it. So Jewel was there, and Jewel was there with her husband. And Jewel, I don't know if you remember Jewel. She was a little snaggletooth blonde chick that was really good singer.
There's a great story about how she was found too.
Really
like,
good singer, like tremendous country singer. I think
she was
country,
homeless,
right?
and she lived in her car with her dad, and he would just try to figure out how to make music and make money.
Really beautiful girl. Yeah, Google so you can take a look. She's a beautiful girl.
Google.
She had a snaggletooth. She
Just put country.
She definitely had a snaggletooth. She had a snaggletooth. I remember
Going to
that.
hell.
When I saw, listen, I'm just
The
am I
show,
supposed to
everything.
not say
Yeah,
it?
no, you can tell it. You can tell it.
She had a fucking snaggletooth. But her and her husband were there. She had just gotten married. Mike is hilarious. So she had just gotten married, and
Canceled episode.
no, this ain't getting canceled. This is gonna be our best episode ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she had one thing about Jewel. She had great fucking tits, like tremendous.
Then that's
tits,
where it gets
right?
canceled.
So what? Well, I'm not allowed to say great tits. Like,
I mean-
how is that not okay?
You can say whatever you want. I just threw in that's the way it gets canceled.
No, it's great tits. She had great tits.
Okay.
Let's apologize to your aunt now.
My aunt, I told you, my aunt gave up in week 2.
Yeah.
So at this
The only
point,
one that-
My aunt just gave up right
you
now.
told me she gave up already. That's
I
why
think
I went
she
with
was
that.
holding out. Like
No,
I think she
it's
was
all right.
holding
Well,
out.
you lied to me then. Sorry, Aunt Pat. Anyway, Jewel had some great fucking bananas.
Yeah,
Let me
so
tell
it
you
didn't
why.
matter now
Can I
either.
tell you why? No, let me tell you why. So they're in the booth, right? The photo booth, and they think it's just like taking still pictures, but there's actually
A video.
a spy camera up
Oh.
there. It was a cigar camera. I actually installed the thing. Dude. So they think they're alone. Other than because there was a button to hit. If you hit the button, it took the pictures. So the whole time they're in there, it had a little door. He pulls her shirt up and starts like nibbling on her nipples. And she, like I said, bro, that's why I brought the fact up, because she had great, like, tremendous, one of the best rack I ever seen. And so anyway, they look up and they see the cigar camera, and she's like, "Ah!" She flips out, runs out, goes into the fucking the production room. She's like, I don't care where this, I want that off. And whoever has it. Meanwhile, my boy worked in tape op, right? And he's hitting the button, recording it like every time. He took as many possible pictures as he could, right? So that's how I saw it. And I wasn't working there that day. So my boy was working in tape op, and they were like, they called everybody, and they were like, anybody, if cameramen, anybody who took their phones out, anybody, if this shit shows up. And TMZ didn't exist back then. It would be like, Post or
Somebody would have sent it.
Page 6.
Page 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody would have gotten paid on
You're
Twitter.
getting, yo, dude, everybody had to sign a fucking, like, you're going to get fired if this goes out. And, dude, it was one of the great because it floated around and never. I don't understand how it never broke, like to the public. You know what I mean?
Because it was probably like
Nobody
said it, and they said, by the way, there's a camera on top
all
of
it
the.
would take is one idiot to like because the VHS tape or no, maybe it was there was a VHS copy for sure.
Maybe
And
there's somebody so
it
scared
floated around my
that
company.
has like a flip phone that they save that had like they
Dude.
keep it charged and it has all
it was
that
just
stuff
wild
in there.
that it was wild that they actually believed it for that long because I would have thought it would have got leaked at that
Right.
point. Look, these days that shit wouldn't last 2 hours.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
30
Yeah, 30 minutes.
It would have been all.
I
over
promise
TMZ.
I won't share it with anybody. I
Oh.
mean anybody that I just didn't share with right now.
That's like
That's
literally.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody missed the boat on that one.
Yeah.
Like if I would have had it at the point, I would have been like, "Bing, leaked. Here you go."
Yeah, I think I would have. No,
I
I
got
don't
allegiance
know
to
that.
Jewel,
Yeah, but I don't know.
and she was still gonna be
I had,
rich.
Right, like I didn't have a loyalty to her, but I don't know that I would be like sending it out. I might go, hey, what do you think of that? Who's that? And you go like, that's Jewel.
If you knew you could make money, you wouldn't send it out.
No.
Really?
No.
You're not.
I just don't. Yeah, those are vultures. Those are
okay.
vultures.
You're a good man.
Those are vultures.
I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying you're.
You
a
know,
good man.
I thought, like, I guess when I'm younger, like, you think about it, like, oh, if I had this picture or something like that would be crazy. Oh, you caught them, the guy, an actor with Eddie Murphy when he was with the prostitute
with
who
the
was
foot job.
with the tranny,
Transvestite foot
transvestite,
job.
who
You gotta
looked like a transvestite.
But listen, one thing about transvestite with men, like men have men feet.
Yeah, those are big ass.
He got a foot job from a transvestite, which means he like I could see you getting a feminine like man that looks like a chick and kind of like, all right, I'm not saying it's okay, but
But okay, it was leaked, right?
feet.
But if
It's
you had
feet.
that information, you back then you were thinking about getting paid
Do
for it.
tranny men moisturize their feet?
I'm not asking.
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't really care.
They're men. I think they
Yeah,
don't. They
I
probably
think they don't. Well, no, because their job is to be
To be a woman,
feminine,
as much as
so
possible.
like as much as possible.
Jesus
So that,
Christ. And Eddie Murphy's my hero of all time. And you know what? This is how non-judgmental I am.
okay, hell,
He's still my hero.
good.
He is a fetish freak who likes foot jobs from transvestites, and he's still my fucking comedic hero. Yeah. That's how non-judgmental I am.
Well-
So listen, this is the bottom line. Don't judge people if they're not hurting you, bruh.
No, it's too easy.
It's-
more now. It's too easy.
You can make fun of them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I
don't
think
make fun of 'em.
anybody should be open to being
Listen,
made fun
jokes
of.
are
So like,
absolutely.
but
you don't-
again, you have
don't
to be
hate on him.
right? But you have to be an established
judge them.
comedian before. Like, first of all, when
He's not less of a person than I am
Right.
because he likes men's feet on his penis that dress like women that tuck their penis in.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else on that one that you?
Well, remember when he tucked his penis in Silence of the Lambs?
Oh well, that was a special. That was a special scene.
Mental illness.
Especially the guy who wrote it. I'm gonna try something crazy. Gonna try something crazy. What's that?
Imagine reading that script and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to audition for this.
And then you're like, what? Tuck?
Pat Cooley got a boner.
Pack.
I can't tuck it in. I got a hard on.
Yeah. I'm so excited with myself.
Wait, I get to kidnap a fat chick? Hold on.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Pat Cooley. We went off the rails a while ago. What the
Yeah, we're
fuck?
not coming back. We're just waiting for a truck to come in and tow us off, so another train can come on
There's
through.
no reason to go back on
Yeah.
track. Fuck it. Let it evolve.
Wow, what an episode!
No, because once we get to movie madness, it'll kind of like
Well,
it'll
just take movie
it'll
out of
like-
it and call it madness. Once we got to madness,
Well, first now it's madness.
It's madness.
We're gonna get to movie madness soon.
Oh.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. So shout to John Butler, Sanford boys. Sanford.
Sanford.
Johnny sent a message. He's a frequent listener and a big supporter. So thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
much,
much, Johnny.
To all the Sanford boys, to anybody who out there who has any knowledge of that and listening,
And
shout out
is
to you
listening
guys.
or still listening.
It's an old school thing. That's a funny
Sanford boys.
funny old school crew,
Yeah.
but all really good dudes. Everybody's doing well, and I'm glad. And shout out to all those guys. So yeah, movie madness.
Movie madness.
This is going to be something we're gonna attempt to bring some, try to bring more interest to what we're doing. Like as far as interaction, I shouldn't say interaction with the audience.
We want more people. Listen, we want more people to call. just
social
to be
media,
a part of it.
messages.
I mean, I get it. Like, it's probably entertaining. You want to see what we're going to talk about, how we're going to yell at each other, attack each other, smack each other around, drink, and do all those crazy things.
Stupid shit like I'm saying.
Stupid shit like we're doing right now. But I think we want, going on further, we want more interaction. Whoever's listening, call up. Like I said, like email us, call us. We put that stuff out there. Send us a question. If something you want to get, you have a pet peeve, and there's some humor involved in that or not, and you want us to air it as if it's ours, we'll do it. But
we're open to all.
We
of it.
want some interaction in here. I mean, it would be a waste of a phone number not to use it.
Right.
So
and I think the first
because who still uses a phone?
the first chance, yeah. But the first opportunity that we're going to give our listeners is going to be Movie Madness. It's going to be
so. This is something building up for the next couple of weeks. It's starting today, and we're going to do it along the way. And it's topical in sports, right? So it's sports movies and a little bit of category, but in the end, it's not just a baseball movie, and not just a basketball movie or a boxing movie, but the sport movie. So we will do like with the best baseball movie or what we think can match up in.
Right. Well, the categories are going to be baseball, basketball, football, hockey, boxing, and then I don't know why. I think my goal was to try to have the best of each category to lead to a top 5.
Gotcha.
And, I guess that kind of structure was in my mind, which makes no sense because who needs structure? We don't need that.
We ain't got it here.
And Austin Caraba made a good point when I posted on Facebook. He's like, no golf?
No golf.
And I'm like, holy shit. How do
What's
I
the
leave
greatest?
golf out?
But I would.
Good golf movies, dude.
Yeah, but I would go
really good golf
There's
movies.
like the good story, the true story.
Well, it doesn't matter.
And then there's the greatest story
The
ever.
contest is the way it's going to be, folks. We're going to pick our choices, our personal choices, and we're going to use Studio Mike's opinion as well, even though he's not well versed in sports. Hopefully, he's well versed in movies. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick the
What a
top
response.
5. We're going to pick. I'll read the top ones that I have, and then we're going to pick the top 5 that we think of each category. Okay?
Right.
And then those top 5 are going to be listed on a poll on our social media page. So you're going to have to go to the Mike and Sean Show on Facebook, and we're going to put this poll on Facebook later today, not right this minute, but later this evening. And what we're going to do is, excuse me, we're going to list, again, the top 5 in each of those categories. So you'll have 30 movies total that will be posted on the poll. You're going to pick one movie from each of those categories. And at the end of the contest, next week, we will read the winners of each movie category from each sport. And then at that point, we're going to have those 6 movies go head-to-head for the best movie of all.
Break them down.
It'll
keep
be, and we'll
it down.
go into in depth of each movie and all that good stuff. But we're just basically going to break down the last. So it's going to, you know what, we're going on the fly. We're not scripted, folks. Maybe we could break it into 2.
I don't think they need to be told about that.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have to remind you on that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go 3 and 3 if you want to make it an extra week and make it more fun.
Yeah,
that's
like
fine.
3 now, 3. Yeah.
And then we could do 3 winners instead of 1. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to pick you know what? That's what we'll do. So we'll pick the final 6. You guys, the listeners, will pick the 6 movies. The one out of each category. We'll be left with 6. And then each week we'll break it into 3. And each of those 3 movies will go head to head. And then the final 2 against each other. And that will be our Movie Madness. And the winners for each category, for each division, there'll be 3 winners essentially, right? So we have giveaways and stuff that we're going to take care of everybody with.
Yeah. So you'll be rewarded with stuff that has
will have
our
something to
name
win.
and our face on it, which is most important.
Of course. Our stuff will be all over you.
Yeah, our stuff.
Don't you want my stuff all over you?
Don't
so that's kind of what's going to happen.
My stuff.
So that's going to be Movie Madness, and we're going to start that tonight. And we got a lot of good movies to go over.
Because I could just imagine somebody sitting at home going, "You forgot about that. What about?"
So the one thing with polls is you're always going to piss somebody off.
But I don't know why somebody would get so mad at
It's
a poll,
just
or does it just get mad at
Guys,
everything?
Listen, this is
Just
the
get
Mike and Sean poll, okay? So let us do our thing.
And by the way, if you hear what we say, we know more than you. But even if we don't, we'll say we do.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
We're saying that for real.
We're saying it right now.
And you know what? And if you don't like it, I dare you. I triple double dog dare you to
call in.
up.
I dare you to call in.
Don't be a little biatch.
Yeah,
Call.
You don't have the cojones to call in.
You don't got the cojones. My accents, he's hating on them. Oh. Okay.
So,
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
racial.
we're going to start from the least popular group to the best popular group.
Well, it depends on who it is.
Well,
Who's the least popular group?
I think we're going to go just because of the quality of movies. Okay.
Least popular topic, sport-wise.
First of all, let's do it. You know what? Why don't we start with the easiest one? Because the easiest one is boxing, because some of the greatest movies of all time are boxing movies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like, in my opinion, I think Rocky 1 is one of the greatest movies ever made. And the fact that he wrote it, acted, directed the whole thing.
Well, he stole the story,
bananas.
but he paid for that later.
Correct. But I'm saying it's still, to this day, one of the greatest movies ever made, right? So we'll start with boxing, and we're going to put Rocky definitely. I actually wrote Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Hey, Adrian! Now, listen, I don't mean all of them should be in the top 5. What I mean is they should be considered into the top 5. It looks like we have a caller, so we're going to go. Nope, the caller hung up. So let's call back, caller. So what I'm saying is I think all 4 of those should be mentioned at least. Mm-hmm. Rocky 1, absolutely 100% should be in the top 5. And then Rocky 2 should be a very strong consideration for a second push.
Well, yes, because they're very well connected to each other.
Right.
So I think it is what he did in that story was make you want more Rocky.
Reminds me of The Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah, made you want.
It's one movie
more.
and 2.
Yeah, it made you want more.
But listen, for argument's sake, just to get started, we'll say Rocky 1 is definitely in the top 5, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is read off what I have on the list, and then we have to pick out of that list. We have to pick the 5 that we want to move on to the next round. Okay, and then we'll just
I have my A boxing movie is The Champ with John Voight and Ricky Schroeder.
Okay,
he there's because the moment when he's a kid. And he cries, and he's like, "Say, I think and he's like, say it ain't so, champ," and it's just like,
I didn't even have that written down because I didn't consider it in the top.
The
8.
Champ.
I mean, I should have wrote it down because of top 10. I didn't even honestly.
It's just like
it's a good movie. I definitely don't think it's top 5, but I'll listen. If that's your opinion, we could argue and put it in.
It's not really an argument to
not
put
argue.
it in.
Not argue. Discuss. Well, we have to argue.
We have other things to argue about.
The whole point of it is to argue. Let's just fucking fight about it.
Tony Braces, hello.
Yeah. Is he outside?
Roberto Garcia.
Why would he be out?
I don't know. I know.
Yeah.
All right. So no. Anyway. All right. We got Rocky 1, right?
Yeah.
Raging Bull.
Johnny Salgado writes Rocky 1 and 2.
There you go. See, Johnny's on point.
So what's that? I wasn't the one that stuttered. That was Studio Mike reading my text. He stuttered. LOL. That's to ISIS.
That's hilarious.
Want to be clear on that.
Tony's hilarious.
Yeah. I just want to be clear. That wasn't me.
Okay. So, So we have Rocky 1 and 2. Let's put Rocky immediately in the top 5. Okay.
Okay.
Raging Bull.
Are we including martial arts?
No,
just
follow the ball. Follow the ball. I announced the sports that
boxing.
were boxing.
No, like mixed
golf,
MMA, UF, martial.
No, we have too many.
Kick something.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull should be 1.
Has to be.
I think it's
has
like
to be in
1.
there, right?
It's like
So
Raging
we're
Bull.
definitely going to put Rocky and Raging Bull in.
Rocky, Raging Bull,
This,
Champ.
in my opinion, has to be in also because this is just as good, if not better, than both of those movies.
Who's that?
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
The movie was amazing, dude. Amazing. Like that's one of the better movies I've ever seen. Like that good. So to me, that should be top 5. And then we have those are 3. So in my opinion, Rocky 1, Raging Bull, $1 Million Baby, easy ins, right?
Okay. What did you put down?
Then
as
we
categories?
have We Were Kings was a documentary which was really, really good about the Rumble in the Jungle.
But so yes, but is it more? But that takes,
I think that we should be open to everything. I think it should be to everything. It's a movie.
Because if that's the case, then you should put the documentary Tyson.
Well, if you're not wanting,
because Tyson, I got to tell you that something.
How about this?
I just want to say this: like Tyson, when he does a documentary about him, and they go back and they show when his memory is impeccable. He tells you every fight while he's sitting there what he was doing, what he was thinking, what went on in the round, what he was thinking before the round, what he felt like from the best to worst when he was going to destroy something, what they told him. He remembers everything, and he's sitting there, and he's telling the story, and then every time, and it's just straight through in the interview, and they just go with the footage, and he goes, "This is what I said, this is what I did," and it's on point. Like, it's so good. Like, you see, and then you find out how troubled he was too. But he's telling the story of these fights, and his memory is.
I haven't seen it. I got to see it.
Oh man, it's
right,
amazing.
well,
so if it's a documentary,
so then on that point, then, because there are some really good documentaries about every sport.
Right.
Let's just keep documentaries out of it. So I won't even put We Were Kings in there. Okay. So the rest that we have, the champ that you chose, the champ that you picked.
Yeah.
The Fighter, which I thought was a good movie. That's with Mark Wahlberg. That's
the story of
Okay, it looks like we have a caller. Let's
Gotti
see if our caller has a
and Ward.
Right.
Greatest fight, greatest one of the greatest trilogies you've ever seen.
We lost that caller too. We're losing callers all night.
Yeah, one of the greatest trilogies ever in real life.
Right.
Real life fight,
Right.
and watching that was amazing.
That was loosely based on that story.
Loosely.
So great movie. I don't know if it's top 5 though. Cinderella Man, which that was a good movie too.
That was a good.
Again, don't know if it's top 5. How about Creed?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see it. I didn't watch it.
Dude, okay. When you get a chance, watch Creed, man. That movie was Michael B. Jordan was awesome in that movie, dude. The whole crew was awesome. It was one of those when you watched it, it was a Rocky revival. You're like, man, that was a.
Yeah.
The second one was really good too, but the first one, phenomenal. Since you didn't see it, I'm gonna keep that out. What about Ali with Will Smith? I wasn't a big fan of that.
I wasn't impressed by it.
It was like cartoonish.
I think he did a good job, but Ali was there to mess with you, and it seemed more
it was
like
more,
comical.
It was comical to me, so I didn't really care for it. Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal, that was
that was good. That
really
was
good movie. That was a deep movie. It was like really touching. It's one of those movies where
it was pain.
It was
like
bad.
you could see that being anybody that you know.
Great movie.
Being
though, man.
that
like just emotionally a really good movie. I think that out of the ones we just named, that's probably the best one as far as like family narrative and emotional, like the whole losing his daughter, like it was really like intense, you know.
Well, that's
when the fight scenes were really good.
When he's inside the house and he's flipping out, and he tightens up and he's like,
like he was like, dude, that emotional, and he's a great actor. But the fact of the matter is that you got to. I think we have to weigh in the emotional standpoint of the movie, you know, the acting's got to be considered, obviously, and then.
But I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you
the actual sports scenes can't seem fake.
But if you like it, you like it. If I like it, I like it. If
That's
somebody
true.
else is
no,
like,
but I'm saying I think guidelines for a good movie should be that.
Right.
It's got to be realistic.
And there could be some.
Can't have a guy throwing like a freaking lefty. You know what I mean? Like a moron. You know what I mean? It's got to be real. It's got to look like a baseball player. You know what I'm saying?
Can't have thrown like a lefty.
Like when you're a boxer, you got to look like you know how to throw a punch.
Right.
It can't be like, you know, that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, when's there?
Well, there's some bad movies that.
But there's. I mean.
Like I thought Will Smith was good with his boxing in there, but it didn't look real. It was like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that movie.
I think, but it was more less of a fan. It's like for the other things.
Okay, so would you like to put one for your mentioning of the champ with John Voight and Ricky Schroeder? Because I definitely remember that movie being, he was like adopted, right? Or was it his son?
He was adopted.
He was adopted.
Whatever. Hurricane.
Who cares what he was? But
Johnny Wright.
The
Hurricane.
Oh, the Hurricane that's a good.
Wait, you know what?
Said Denzel.
Denzel played that. That's a great because it's a good story.
But it's not a documentary. It's a
based on
biopic, right?
It's a biopic.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's a movie.
I didn't think it was that good though.
To
be honest with you. It was it wasn't a lot of boxing involved. No? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong, please.
No, I'm not telling you you're wrong.
I'm going to pick the champ because I love you and you're my buddy. So the Champ is going to be the fourth movie, and then you want to go Southpaw, Ali, Creed, Cinderella Man, or The Fighter.
I would take Southpaw
I
over
agree.
Ali.
I agree. So our top 5 in boxing is going to be Rocky 1. Oh, wow. You know what? We didn't even give Rocky 2 unless you want to knock one of these off. The Champ or Rocky 2? I'd say we got to Rocky 2, dude.
I'm not knocking the champ. I mean,
Right.
my take. I'm not taking the champ out.
Okay, the Champ's out. Sorry, you're out, Ricky Schroeder.
Wait, I said I'm not taking the champ out.
You're not taking it out?
No, I'm not taking it out.
Oh, you want the Champ in?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Rocky 2's out?
Rocky 2's out. I mean, I like it, but it's no Rocky 1.
Well, he wins in Rocky 2, you know.
Yeah,
that, right?
but still, like what he did.
Hey,
in
yo, I hate to root it for you, but Rocky wins. Hey, yo, get the juju bees over here. No?
I'm such an Eddie Murphy fan. I'm going to bring that one out.
Well, listen, I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, too. He gets
How
hand
about
jobs
that
on
movie,
women.
no?
Oh, my God.
Good movie.
That's a great movie.
Low blow.
Well, knockout.
Knockout.
All right, so the Champ's in and Rocky 2's out. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you come with the backlash, the first official bracket is Mike's fault. Michael Durso, his fault. We're going to go with Rocky 1, Raging Bull, $1 Million Baby, Southpaw, and the Champ. That's our bracket for the boxing division. Okay, now we're going to move to golf. Thanks to Austin Caraba.
Brought golf in this.
Carabi.
Crib.
He's such a crib. We don't have as many. We only have 6 entries in this one
Yeah, but
because a lot of them are a lot of them are documentaries, and some of them weren't that good. My language is all off today.
Yeah, it's
a little bit. But there's some good movies though. Like
yeah,
really,
I didn't even have 5.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't.
Okay.
So I'd like to.
Really good movies, and I watched every one of them, and I
Okay.
think they're all tremendous movies. The obvious one, because we're both wise asses, is Caddyshack. It can be widely
See, if there was
considered-
Caddyshack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and seeing
I'm
people in
not. I'm
it.
not mentioning the other ones because they
No,
were all
2 is
terrible.
too disgusting.
They were terrible. The
It's
first one
terrible.
was funny.
Caddyshack
the first
is
one was great.
is an A.
So Caddyshack to me is absolutely in. The greatest game ever played. Okay, that is the whack job. What's the whack job's name that everybody says I look like? Fucking weird dude.
Why? Why couldn't he just be a weird dude?
Because he's a weird dude. He was in Austin.
Okay, but why couldn't he just be a weird dude?
When we went for your bachelor party to Austin, he was down there. And remember, and the girl, the bartender, remember?
Oh man,
Come on, dude.
I can't think of it.
You know his
I
name.
can't.
He's a weirdo. He was like homeless or something. He smelled like shit.
I can't think of his name.
God, dude. All right, now we got to Google it. But let me Google it. The bottom line is, it's a great movie. He plays it as a child, as a kid, and
What about I think
when I say the name, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
the Legend of Bagger Vance.
That's a great movie too, though. That's on the list. Okay.
Oh.
No. God, hold on. Anyway, we went for Mike's bachelor party down to Austin, Texas, and it rained for like 3 days straight when we were down there. But this actor was down there, and here we go. The greatest game ever played, and Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, Stinky. That's right.
I've heard so many times in my life that I look like that
Stinky.
douchebag.
Nah, I don't know that.
I've heard that. I swear to God, since Larry DiLorenzo, please do me a favor, call. I've heard that freaking shit so many times. It makes 0 sense to me.
I don't say it.
I don't either. Neither
No,
do I.
sorry.
And we went to your
Who
bachelor
else- who
party.
else said that?
And he was just people from the bar. You know, like you always hear like, "Oh my God, you know what you look like."
Are they
And that's who I get the most.
sober when they say that?
I said the bar.
They're a bar, right? So
So anyway, Shia
Larry.
LaBeouf. But great movie. Really, really good movie. The greatest game ever played. So I'm definitely will vote that in, but we'll go
we'll
through
say,
the rest of them.
so what do
I would have thought him.
Yeah, you look like that guy
No,
more.
that looks like the douchebag that got beat up in Rebar the other day.
Yeah, but that looks like
Stupid fucking idiot.
okay. Well,
Oh,
that guy looks like
outside of Rebar the other day.
yeah, that guy outside of Rebar.
The guy got beat up outside of Rebar. the other
Outside, he
day.
got down the street.
Fucking idiot. I wasn't there, so I don't even know what
Yeah.
happened.
So, but you look more like one of the guys
He's
from
he's an
Home
idiot.
Alone.
Daniel
One of the wet
Stern.
bandits.
Yeah.
Some dirtbag
You look more-
skell.
You look more like one of the wet bandits.
Home Alone Wet Bandit.
Yeah.
All right, so
I gave us a great nickname.
you mentioned the Legend of Bagger Vance, which is a tremendous movie.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Very, very good movie.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
You just put in.
I didn't put in the greatest game I've played yet. Tin Cup. Tin Cup has to be top 5.
Yeah, I would agree. I like
Tin Cup is a tremendous movie, and now this one has to be top 5 because we got to go comedy, and we always got to go with the king of stupid sports comedy, Adam Sandler. Got to go with Happy Gilmore.
That should be there.
Happy Gilmore's in there.
It should.
All right, so now we have one spot for 2 movies, and it's the greatest game ever played with Shia LaBeouf. That apparently looks like me because he's younger. Or Bobby Jones, The Stroke of Genius, which was a really, really, really good movie. Can't remember the actor's name who played it, but he's one of those faces that you see him a lot in movies, but he doesn't have like a common name. Really good movie though. So you know what? For the fact that
I'm gonna let you pick the last one.
For the fact that we don't know his name, we're gonna go. And I know Shia LaBeouf. Even though
I'm gonna just pick one of them. It's up to you with the last.
We're gonna go with the
two.
greatest game ever played.
He's gonna go with the greatest game.
Bobby
ever played.
Jones, you're out. All right. So our golf bracket is The Legend of Bagger Vance, Happy Gilmore, Tin Cup, The Greatest Game Ever Played, and Caddyshack.
This is such a the president giving you his picks for March Madness bracket. So
cool, though.
slow.
pretty cool.
Chill. You didn't expect the
trying
way
to
it
think of
started.
You want me to move faster? Tell me if my
I'm
moves
trying
are
to think
slow.
of how many I seen.
He's like, I thought you say how many times you'd passed out.
We look like you look like your head's gonna explode. You all right over there?
Yeah.
You okay? All right.
He looks like he's gonna just freak out. Like, oh my god, all these movies to choose from.
The chillest you'll ever see this show.
Okay, how about this? Why don't you pick the next sport category that you'd like to work on?
Let's go with baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. Can't go wrong with the baseball.
You know what? I like it.
And if you won 5, you want me to pick 5 baseball movies?
It's going to be very difficult. And
I'll tell you what my number 1 is.
Okay.
You want to go in it? The Natural.
All right, then The Natural goes in. And I wasn't going to pick that to be top 5. I thought it should be on the fence. So if that's your number 1, then it's in.
I think
my number 1 is 8 Men Out. So I'm picking that.
Well, that would be my number 2.
Okay. So 8 Men Out's in.
Who hasn't had that dream like The Natural? Like you step up to the plate.
The whole idea
it's
of
all on the line.
And I told you I just started binge watching Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
It's fucking
So they're both based around that
amazing.
time.
Dude, and a lot of it is based on the 19
Well, it starts from there. Yeah.
the World Series. So I love that the connection is there, and I wanted to do this contest, and I'm like watching Boardwalk Empire, and Arnold Rothstein's in it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so are you involved directly with the White Sox scandal?" And he was like, and then they're talking about who the two that didn't go with it, and it's just awesome. It's just a great time for me. I love that era, but baseball is older than movies.
Yeah.
If you think about it, baseball's been around longer than movies have, and a lot of in the beginning it's really crazy. So a lot of the older baseball movies that I'm not going to put in this list because they were too old.
Like in Little House on the Prairie, they played baseball.
Well,
there's one that I say I'm more than sure everybody's seen, which is what I built this place on.
Field of Dreams.
You got it.
If you build it, they will come.
And we did. And he said
and
one
Field
of
of Dreams is a very close second to
One
me.
of the important things he said is he felt like he needed a little bit more diversity.
So I love that you bought Field of Dreams
and then Field of Dreams, and we showed up.
Field of Dreams is in. Okay, that's the top. We have 3 that are in right now. I have another.
You reading what they're writing online here? We got A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Major League.
Mr. Destiny.
Mr. Destiny. And
yeah, we'll get
Sandlot.
to those.
Mr. Destiny is trash.
Hold on one second.
That's like saying Mr. 3000. Oh, let me get Bernie Mac. Get out of here.
How about
hey, Mike,
Babe?
while you're up, can you get me some ice?
How about Babe?
Dame hielo. Anyway, Slugger to make you pap. Brought to you by Babbel. Dame hielo. So, A League of Their Own has to be very strong consideration for the final 2 spots.
What was the movie with Charlie Sheen?
Major League.
Major League.
And that has to be another super.
Also in what else did he do? No, it wasn't Charlie Sheen.
No, Charlie Sheen was in just
Because in 8 Men, sorry, in 8 Men Out, it was Cusack.
John Cusack.
It was Cusack.
So this is the most tough, the toughest category for us because there's so many more options that the honorable mentions are Moneyball. I think that was a good movie, but it's not in the top 5. The thing is, Bad News Bears.
It's got to be the original. The
It
original.
has to be top 5, right?
Walter Matthau.
It has to be.
Tatum O'Neal.
So that's it. Bad News Bears. Now now we have one spot, and we have 1, 2,
So what do we have
4,
here?
5, 6, 7 movies to choose from.
So we have
Moneyball's out.
Natural, 8 Men Out.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
We don't have A League of Our Own. We don't have 42. 42, that was Chadwick Boseman's one of his best acting
Or
performances.
how about even 61?
61 was great.
Great. Like they recreated.
Thomas Jane playing Mickey Mantle.
And he did a great job.
Tremendous.
You know? They also.
What about A League of Their Own? There's no crying in baseball.
And he was a Hall of Famer,
I mean,
but he was
that's
also
one of
a
the
drunk.
greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
How about The Sandlot? Wasn't a fan, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest. Me and you were both in 93. I was 20. So I'm like, I was 19.
You
not
felt
caring
like a
about
girl.
stupid girl. Like, come on. That movie was kind of stupid.
I don't think it was
all right,
stupid.
no. Poor choice of words. I'm sorry. It was not something that I would say, oh my God, it's one of the best movies I've ever saw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, You're Killing Me Smalls is still one of the best lines ever in a movie, but it's not top 5. Sandlot's out.
I might squeeze
Major
in
League.
Major League in there.
Major League is definitely like a
Every
game
character
changer.
in there.
Tremendous.
You know, when I forgot the character's name in the movie, but when he says, don't mess with Jobu, right? And
Sal Aiello, Sandlot.
And he goes over and he goes, hey, bartender, Jobo needs a refill. And the guy loses the bat in his hands and it smacks him in the back of his head. Do you remember that part?
Yes.
The old picture. So a couple of years ago, we were playing softball, and my cousin Mikey and a couple of other guys that he grew up with that played high school and college ball. So one of our guys came into a really, really, really serious slump. So he went online, and guess what he showed up with? Jobu.
Jobu.
So we had Jobu in a little locker.
You know what? Fuck you, Jobu.
He goes, if you don't do this, I say, fuck you, Jobu. I do this myself.
I do this myself.
Yeah, that Major League is my... What's your name? Willie Mays Hayes here.
So, what do we got there? I can't read that. I'm blind, bro.
Babe Ruth.
What about that movie? Sucked, dude. With John fucking...
The Babe? No, I didn't think he was good at it.
Nah, that movie was terrible, Mike.
With John...
It didn't make the original list.
John Goodman, yeah.
No, yeah, thanks. You Googling movies now when I have my list already? Unbelievable. No, sorry, but The Babe's no good. So listen, all right, this is what we got to do now. We got to pick between, and I'm with you with Major League. Let's think about this.
I think Major League.
Major League,
Yeah.
Bang the Drum Slowly, which we never mentioned, and that movie
it's so
is
great.
It's great, but it's sad as fuck, dude. And it was like, and I remember crying watching that movie. It was a great movie. I didn't really care for Michael Moriarty as a ball player, to be honest with you. Just being honest, I'm like, I didn't think he looked like a real good ball player. It sounds like we have a caller. Hold on one second.
Motherfuckers.
No, I guess not, Mike. Mike. Unless the caller's name is motherfucker, I don't think we have a caller.
He goes, yeah, I'm here. What do you want?
All right, so Bang the Drum Slowly, just an honorable mention. I don't think it could be mentioned in the top 5 in my opinion, but it's a great movie. Bull Durham. It's, I mean, do you put Major League in over Bull Durham?
Yeah, like I
Bull
do.
Durham's got to be 5.
Bull Durham is...
It wasn't one of my favorite movies, but it was good. I liked
Bull Durham
it.
was good,
I
but
liked
not...
it.
I wouldn't put it over... I would put it on par
How
with
about
Major
this?
League.
Field of Dreams is in. Fuck Kevin Costner's not getting 2 movies. So he's only
Yeah,
getting
he can't
one.
get 2.
All right, so fuck Bull Durham. Sorry, look, we're gonna get shit for this. A lot of people good look. See, I already seeing Bull Durham. Who said that? Bull Durham, Pat Ty. Sorry, Pat. My bad, dude. It's either Bull Durham, Major League, Bang the Drum Slowly, 61, A League of Their Own, or Bull Durham. And I personally, Major League had more of an influence on my life than Bull Durham did. I thought Bull Durham was great. I hate fucking, what's her name, with the big fat eyes? Her eyes look like she's bulging out of her head. something S something, whatever her name is.
I don't know why.
What's that girl's name? Come on, Studio Mike. What are you here for?
Oh man, what's she's Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. You know what? I was waiting for you to say it.
I got.
She was. How does that lady
He's
get
telling
so?
me, hey, you find this lady with the snagger tooth and the one, and not the other one with the eye bulging out of head.
Listen, I tell her like it is. Listen, people talk about me. They're gonna mention my detriments. Okay, so Bull Durham.
I hear you. I'm just not listening.
Major League is in. Bull Durham's out.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get a lot of shit for this category. We're definitely gonna get a lot of shit for this.
Well, because baseball
bracket.
can't have 5.
Right.
You know.
It should be more, but I'm sorry. But this bracket,
Excuse me.
this bracket is gonna be, it's gonna cause us a lot of grief. But 8 Men Out, Field of Dreams, The Natural, Major League, and the Bad News Bears.
And
Bad News Bears has to be in it.
Has to.
Sorry.
Kelly Leak.
All right. So that's our category for baseball. Now we're going to move on to the pigskin. A lot of guys like pigs. That's become a theme.
Ratings slowly fading away.
Okay. So the ratings, they haven't been fading.
Yeah, they fade. They fade.
Okay.
Johnny,
So-
come to the rescue.
No, we have. Johnny, you busy next Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hola, Johnny.
Babble.
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 All right. Football category. Here's our football bracket.
Boom, boom, boom.
How about I just read them all off and then we'll just discuss them? Does that work?
What do you have?
Or,
Yeah.
or do you want to just start yelling stuff out? Do you think?
Well, I'll think if I.
Let's go with let's go with the first one that I feel like. Wow, really?
Who that? That's you.
Really? I thought my phone was on silent. I'm sorry, folks.
So unprofessional.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mention the ones that are like we have them. We're gonna mention the ones that are surefire. You're in 100%, and those are the obvious that I think should be included, and that would be the Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans has to be
1 or 2,
right.
3.
That's what I would
at
say.
most.
Top 3 is what I would guess, right?
That
So
it's,
Remember the Titans is in. Now the only thing is that I loved it because of everything was amazing, right? Do you remember that movie, The Program?
I was just about to say the program.
The Program was Remember the Titans before Remember the Titans, if you remember.
It was when you went from high school to college, right?
It was
there.
the
It's like-
same kind of thing, though.
but
You know what I mean? Like, it was a great. James Caan was amazing in that movie too. That was a great movie, dude. The Program was a great movie. Omar Epps was awesome in it. That was like it was a really good movie. Remember the Indian dude who all the war paint he used to wear? That was a good movie.
well, that's the guy that was on roids.
The guy was on roids, yeah. So we're not going to put that in there. I just like that was a good mention. Brian's song, great movie.
Just heartfelt.
Billy D. Williams was really good in that movie. Again,
But
James Caan
James
was a
Caan.
great
Can't give a
movie.
guy 2. If you're not going to give Costner 2, you can't
I'm
give Caan
not.
2.
So it's going to be one or the other. But I think another, to me, again, the king of funny sports movies has to be immediately added into it. Adam Sandler, The Waterboy.
The Waterboy.
Mama
Bobby
said-
Boucher.
Oh,
Bobby
come on.
Boucher.
That's
of
one
course.
of the best characters.
Greatest football
in
player that ever lived was Bobby
Bobby
Boucher.
Boucher, man. So we're gonna go with The Waterboy and Remember the Titans are definitely in. Honorable mentions that I know definitely won't get in are Invincible, which was that Philadelphia Eagle douche story.
Well, that's a great story because
yeah,
the guy was just a neighborhood guy, played football in
You're
it.
a Jet fan. I'm a Giant fan.
But it's the Eagles.
It's the Eagles.
I know.
Fuck
okay. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with who I root for.
It does for me.
No, it doesn't. Well, okay. I mean,
Sorry, I'm shallow.
I took 61. I mean, it's a Yankee
My
production.
My name is Shallow Sean.
Very shallowest.
Shallow Sean.
You're shallowest. Shallowest Sean.
Any given Sunday has to be in the top 5. Has to be. Come on, bro. It's all fucking Pacino, bro. It's a great movie. dude.
Al Pacino has
It's a really good movie.
Has
Cameron
a
Diaz was a scrupulous bitch in that movie too. That That was a good movie.
Al Pacino has a moment in everything that he does where he overacts. Like
yeah.
he just brings it like it's everything's here, and he goes,
With the locker room story when
Yeah.
he's going nuts.
"Well, yeah,
She walks in.
Yeah, you know, this is what we do. We're
I
a
know
football
exactly what you're
team.
talking
I
about.
don't have time for.
But it doesn't. I mean, all right. So listen, let's name the rest. And we said Brian's song. Rudy.
Oh yeah,
Has to be top five?
Top five.
Okay.
For me, yes. I
right.
just told you I
So-
cried at it. So
all right.
a couple of weeks
So
ago.
the program, honorable mention, but you can't have two Remember the Titans. And the program being first, Remember the Titans was a little better. Program was really good, though. So you're out. Sorry, program. Friday Night Lights. Really good movie. Little teenish for me, but it was good. It was good. That was a Billy
I
Bob,
also
right?
and I also say I also like Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues but see, the thing was Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights were the same movie, essentially. You know what I mean?
Scott Caan's in
Yeah.
that one, so
Right. They were the same movie. Essentially the same movie. It's like Pretty in Pink and She's Gotta Have It, or whatever those stupid girly movies are.
All
Like,
the
they're
same.
all the same. They're all the fucking same. So, but then you have The Longest Yard, which was really good.
the original.
The original.
The original.
I put the second one as an honorable mention.
Mean Machine.
That was a good
Mean
movie.
Machine.
And that was Michael Moriarty was in that too, I think. That was a good. That movie was he? I don't remember. But that movie was good. That was one of the first like football movies that I remember watching.
Burt Reynolds, who was a real football player.
Being our age, Burt Reynolds was the guy. So we remembered that like being pretty insane. But and then The Blind Side was so fucking good, dude. The Blind Side was so good.
But
it's not top
But it's
five.
more. But it's
Just
not,
honorable
there's
mention.
football, but that was more of the story relating about like
Right.
outside of
100%.
football.
But it was a very good movie.
Very good movie, but we're talking about the sport itself. The
So
movies
those
that represent the
those
sports.
honorable mentions were good, and The Replacements was really good with Keanu Reeves. That was a good movie.
Generals, man.
That was a good movie.
How could you? How
dude.
you can't go against the
And
Generals?
whoever that girl's name was, she was so damn cute. Remember that girl, blue eyes and
She was
thick
the
lips?
cheerleader.
The cheerleader
Yeah, I
that he
don't
was in love with.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Like one of those no-name
But you gotta like
actresses
anything that
smoke shows.
Keanu Reeves is like the stiffest thing out there, and you could clearly didn't look like a quarterback.
No.
Or any back.
Listen, Keanu Reeves he's a god, right?
Yeah. So
he's the
everything
god. That's
everything
it.
he touches.
Just say Keanu the God. That's his name.
I think his name means Cool Breeze.
KDG.
His Hawaiian name is
The guy,
Cool Breeze.
He gives shit away to people. He rides a train with normal peas. Keanu the God. All right. So Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights are essentially the same movie. So we only have room for two more movies. So we have The Blind Side's out. The Longest Yard's out. Right. What do the original you want in?
I take the original.
You want it in
The
there?
Longest Yard. I'll take it.
The Longest Yard original is in. That's 4.
Bum,
Now
bum, 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 bum.
we have Any Given Sunday. Oh, we have to go Any Given Sunday. Sorry, I said that. Al Pacino. All right, that's it. We decided we're gonna get destroyed on this one too. Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights both did not make the cut. They're both too like teenish to me anyway. It's a fucking teen bop shit. Like I'm not the biggest fan of that stuff. You know, I don't know. It's good, but it's not like top 5 good. That's all. So the top fucking 5 football movies that we
Why?
because I felt like it.
Oh, good.
The top 5 football movies in this bracket are Rudy,
Jum,
The Waterboy,
bum, bum,
Remember the Titans,
bum, bum, bum,
Any Given Sunday,
bum, 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 bum.
and The Longest Yard. That's a pretty solid category right there. By the way.
Mean Machine. Mean Machine. Mean Machine.
That's a solid
Mean
category.
Machine.
Okay.
You don't know The Longest Yard?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was waiting for like Jerry Maguire. Like,
Jerry Maguire's agent movie.
It's more
That's
about
not a
the
category.
agent, less of a.
It's not a category.
He's got a football client, but
It's not
more
a football movie. There's no way I would think
with
Jerry
Tom
Maguire's a
Cruise.
football movie.
Anything with Tom Cruise is like completely opposite of what it is.
No, it's a great movie, but it's definitely not I wouldn't consider it a football movie. I consider it like Moneyball. I don't consider it a baseball movie.
No.
I consider it a GM movie.
It's a backstory.
it's
a good
It's a
movie.
backstory of what they maneuvered with the
Right.
players and changed the system. Taking a good catcher and making him a really great because of his on base.
Tremendous
A
movie.
great first baseman, but there's more to it.
I don't know how David Justice reacted to it, but it was because they fucking shit all over him.
Yeah,
in that
but
movie.
I mean, he
it was the
also
reality of it.
he
though.
also shit all over himself.
No
I mean,
question about it.
don't ever lay your hands on Holly Berry.
That's it. Stupid.
Stupid.
Okay, next category.
Boom.
We're gonna go with hockey because there's a lot of good movies in hockey.
I just got the first 3 right off the bat, and
right.
then I'm done.
You-
First 2 I could take, and then you could have the rest.
Okay.
Oh no, 3. I got 3, and that's it. And then and then I'll part ways.
So you're gonna pick 3 out of this category.
I've just read
Go
it. Youngblood,
I'm so happy you picked that.
Slapshot,
Yep.
and the Mighty Ducks.
My
First
man,
one.
Pots
That's
and
it.
Pans.
That's all I got. That's
Right.
all I really care
Though
about.
all 3 of those were in my top 3 as well. Oh my God. Yeah. So all 3 of those are in mine.
We got a ring a ding.
We have a call.
Callers on the line with us. Caller, talk to us.
Joe Pa.
Yo.
Yo, what up there, buddy?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you your 5 basketball movies before you even start, okay?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
Because you made a mockery of 3 lists already, and we have to make this one right.
No, Joe, you know what the funny part of it is? It's called the Mike and Sean Show, so we can make whatever fucking mockery we want.
And we will.
All right, go ahead. Pick. I'm going to write down your bet. Go ahead.
Go, Joe.
Tell me your picks.
Go ahead.
Hoosiers,
Okay.
White Men Can't Jump,
Okay.
He Got Game,
Okay.
Coach Carter,
Okay.
Sunset Park. I was thinking that.
See, I didn't have.
That's on my list.
I didn't have Sunset Park in my top 10, but okay.
Honorable mention to The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Look it up.
Yeah, see, I thought there were better movies. I know The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. I didn't see it. I know the movie, though. I thought Coach Carter was a really good movie.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
Very, very good movie.
But I loved Love and Basketball. I thought Love and Basketball was really, really, really good. No? I think they're kind of close. I think it was not as much basketball as it was like more like love story, emotional shit. Coach Carter was in my 5. Hoosiers definitely top 5, and Coach Carter was in my top 5. White Man Can't Jump was definitely in my top 5.
Well, especially being white and playing basketball, you'd have to.
And I was having a hard time with like Blue Chips. I love Blue Chips. I think Blue Chips was.
Blue Chips was excellent.
Yeah.
But you know what? You had basketball players playing. Like I don't know.
That's why I liked
even
it.
as an actor, say
I thought
like
it was really
I
good.
like actors to fill the spot and find the best actors, but they had.
What about semi-pro, dude? Come on, you're not giving any love to fucking.
Yeah, but really, Ray Allen in He Got Game was great.
And he
No,
got
see,
game.
he got game was in
was-
my. See, that's the
yeah.
other thing. All right, Joe, this is where I had a problem with. He Got Game, Above the Rim, and Love and Basketball. All 3 of those movies to me were really, 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 really good. Right? Above the Rim was a little over the top. Tupac annoyed the shit out of me, so I kind of eliminated that. He Got Game.
Don't.
Denzel is always the man. That Jesus Shuttleworth movie. That the whole story was phenomenal. I thought that was going to be the winner of those 3 that I chose. And then Blue Chips. It was either Blue Chips, Basketball Diaries, or Glory Road. Glory Road. It was a little too emotional. Like it went off the basketball.
Basketball Diaries.
Mike, you'll know. What was the Will Ferrell basketball movie?
Semi-pro. That's what I
Semi-pro.
said. That's what I just said to you. I said, I said, Joe, you're not giving semi-pro any
Oh my
love.
God.
Will Ferrell. You got to give Will Ferrell his love, bro.
Yeah, that is, that like you just imagine existing on that team, and they're like, "Look, no, we're no longer playing." He goes, "No, we're playing."
All right, so Joe, being that it's our show and not yours, what is?
We
So
love you.
We're gonna give you choices. We're gonna let you help with our picks. Okay?
All right.
So we have
Goodbye. Have a good one.
Ah, boop boop.
first of all,
Thank you, Joe.
it's you guinea bastard. It's not an Irish goodbye if you say something.
Yeah, well, it's an Italian goodbye when you tell him you're leaving.
Thanks for the call, Joe. We love you.
Thanks, Joe.
I like. You know what? I didn't see Sunset Park. I have to. I didn't see it.
Okay.
It wasn't on my list because I didn't see it. Glory Road to me was. The Pistol Pete Maravich documentary I started, which was really
Yes,
good.
but there it is. That
And
comes
again,
the
it's a docuseries, so I don't wanna go in
docu-series or anything about.
So it's either between Space Jam and Semi-Pro. Fuck Space Jam, you're out, right?
I mean, how do you have Space
Semi-Pro
Jam?
is funny.
Safe,
I just wrote it to be a joke. to make a joke.
Semi-Pro, I think, is enjoyable.
How about all right? So we're gonna. It's either.
But
gonna
if you
be,
if you were putting out these movies to show somebody about the sport that you like, right?
Right.
So you say you like basketball, and you're like, I have these 5 movies I want you to check out. Right? Like, what would they be? What to tell the story of basketball? What would you put out there? I would put. I'll be honest.
He Got Game is probably out of those
Right,
choices.
He Got Game.
Yeah.
Like Semi-Pro is one of those to see like
Semi-Pro's-
this is how bad it.
It was Semi-Pro is
Like-
actually a really good movie.
Right, like this is
but I don't know if I can consider it like over Blue Chips, dude. Nick
No,
Nolte was fucking
no,
great
no,
in
no,
that
no.
movie, dude.
Right, like
That Blue Chips was a really good movie.
yeah.
So honestly,
And that tells
I
you
think
the backstory
I
of the
think
bad part of
that decides
college.
I think that decides our bracket because He Got Game is phenomenal. The Jesus Shuttle was
Phenomenal.
Ray Allen was amazing in that movie. Denzel's amazing in everything he's in. And then Blue Chips was just phenomenal. Nick Nolte was that was a great movie. So I think our basketball categories come to a wrap. It's going to be Hoosiers,
Bang.
Coach Carter,
Mm-hmm.
White Man Can't Jump,
Nope, can't do it.
He Got Game, and Blue Chips.
Yay.
And that is going to...
Yay.
Oh, look, I got a whole lot of text messages. People are mad. Oh, look, Johnny, thank you, Shia LaBeouf. I was looking at all these later. I got like 30 Shia LaBeouf messages. So anyway, that is going to round up our categories, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
All right. So
I believe we did all 6 of our categories. What I'll do is I'll read off all the movies, and then we're going to put them off. We're going to put them up on the poll, so everybody's going to have a chance. So you're going to vote for each of those categories. You're going to pick one movie out of each category, ladies and gentlemen. One movie from each category. The final 6 movies will then be broken into 2 separate weeks, and then we're going to go head to head 3-on-3. And then the final 2 movies will basically go for the battle of the best sports movie of all time. And that's our movie madness.
that's our opinion on it all.
So we hope that that didn't bore you too much, and we hope that we get some crowd participation involved.
Hopefully you were drinking along with us.
Hopefully you were drinking with us, because if you were, it's a lot more fun when you're drunk.
Yeah, I prefer.
I'm not drunk yet, definitely, but
I prefer you guys to drink when you listen and
I
watch
prefer
us.
everybody to drink and smoke. Oh, speaking of smoking. So I'm not going to go off topic. I'm going to go on complete topical information.
What's that?
Did you know that New York State is legalizing marijuana?
Yes, I did.
April 1st?
Yes, I
It
did.
looks like April 1st. So they're going to finalize...
April Fool's Day. Everybody shows up to get with their, with their
Go right to
application
jail.
for you. Go right to jail.
Go right to jail.
Bum, bum, bum. Do it. Go ahead. Do
no,
it.
so it looks like no April Fools. It actually looks like this shit is really going down, folks. They're basically going to figure out the language for the bill, and essentially, that the language is all they have
That
to really
excites a
figure
lot
it
of
out.
people. Look,
It's
do you know how much tax money Colorado generates on it?
it's ridiculous, and New York is going to tax 13%. So,
We also have 15 million New York State
we initially
residents.
heard 30-something%, which was ridiculous, because then
Yeah.
everybody's just going to buy weed from their dealer
Yeah.
instead of buying it at a
from their
dispensary.
dealer.
Right.
Because everybody has
But
to have
13% is kind of reasonable. It's like cigarettes almost. You know what I mean? Cigarettes a little bit more actually. But yeah. So listen, if anybody, this isn't about promoting drug use or anything like that. Anybody with a freaking brain understands that this is something that this city, state, and country need to get out of the financial woes that we're in.
Oops, sorry.
And having something like the amount of jobs that this is going to create now. Because look, you don't have any dispensaries open, right? And we don't have any product. We don't have inventory. So it's not like there's hundreds of acres of factories stuffed with weed ready to load up.
No,
these
but
dispensaries.
upstate. So if you look at the 3 farms that we have been approved for in New York State, 2 of them are the persons that were approved for their farms for medical marijuana are.
What the hell was that?
The fuck is going on? Hold on.
What the hell's going on out there?
What the fuck? Somebody at the door. I didn't.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look who it is! Look who it is!
Look who it is. Look who it is.
Hola, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hola.
Hola, marica.
¿Qué hubo, pues?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tony, the infamous Hola, Tony.
Hola, Tony.
Can I ask you a question? Why'd you bring a machine gun in here?
Because you guys were talking about gun, pissed me off.
I don't.
So you bought.
Studio mic is not, reading the chat messages.
Well, he's
Y'all gonna show up with guns.
A little bit. And he brings a bottle of Jameson.
and he brought a bottle of
He
Jameson.
brings liquor and guns. Good friend, Tony.
Got my glove.
Hey, he's a redneck.
And look, and he bought a glove.
Got my glove.
He bought a glove. He brings his glove everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the hex?
like a weird kid who goes to the baseball game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the guy you see at the stadium.
That's amazing. That's a great looking glove, dude. Hey, welcome, buddy. Welcome to the studio,
look at
man.
that.
High five.
High five. Look
Yeah,
at this.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Can
He
you reach?
sneaks
All right.
in, shoots his way in.
He shot his way in.
That's so. It's just a really
We're in-
awful joke.
We're in Whitestone, dude.
Yeah.
The cops will be here any second.
Any second. It's not real.
The Citizens
It's,
app. Citizen app.
It's got Mike's.
Colombian shoots his way
fingerprint.
into a studio.
well, we know it's going to be racial now.
But yeah, I was just talking about weed being legal in New York, bro. April
Yeah.
1st. So
April 1st?
Are you excited about that?
Tony doesn't smoke.
April Fools.
April. No, I thought it was, but it's not. It's actually really happening.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you can actually carry up to like 24 grams. So almost an ounce. You're allowed to grow up to like 5 or 6 plants.
You must be happy.
I'm super happy.
It's not like it stopped you before.
No, listen, it's not. It's
Just throw that out there.
the only reason why I'm happy is obviously you don't ever
Revenue.
want to worry about getting in trouble. It's revenue. It's gonna do a lot of good for this country, dude. It's gonna create jobs. I was just saying right before you walked in and shot yourself through in.
Before you blasted
Before you
your
blasted
way
your way in the door like a typical Colombian.
in. He was on a drunk march.
No, so what I'm saying is, we don't. It's not like we have billions of pounds of weed on standby. All this stuff has to be created and grown and cultivated. You need horticulturists. You need people to pick the crops. You need people to process the crops. You need people to sell the crops. You know, all of that stuff, and it creates jobs all the way throughout in life. It's common sense, obviously, but it's going to happen on a level of never seen before because it's going to go across the state. So now every state that you could go into is going to have, theoretically, is going to have a dispensary where you could buy legal weed and not get arrested for it. So to me, it's just good news because you're eliminating all the nonviolent, misdemeanor bullshit crimes that people are going to jail for.
True.
And now people are going to make money. And people like me don't have to worry about smoking a joint and getting judged or going to jail. Actually, they're going to judge me, but I don't care.
Well,
Okay. So.
Listen, the tailgate's April 8th, so we're smoking a lot of weed at the tailgate
well,
party,
as the
baby.
tailgate, Tony is one of the founding fathers of
Thank
lining
you,
up.
Thank you for all of your, because you're forgotten so
You
easily.
are forgotten souls. So hold on.
So we
Hold
hate
on.
that we forget you, dude.
We hate it. We really apologize.
That's
really,
the weed.
So
it makes us sad.
But I have put together something for you that guarantees that they will never forget who you are and what
Never
you mean
again.
to it.
We're never going to forget
So,
you again.
Never. So what you're
Ever.
going to do is you're going
And
to
look, it's
wear,
Met colors.
You're gonna wear this, Tony.
That's classic.
This
man.
is yours, and
You
when
you have to wear that at the tailgate,
have to
though.
wear it.
So we all know you're there.
so we know
So
that
nobody will ever forget that you're there.
ever, no one will ever forget.
Dude.
There you go.
Dude, it's Met colors, dude.
It's
Met
you're,
colors.
you're like, there you go. You have to wear it.
Yo, you don't look so happy. Go on. You should, that's a gift, dude. That's a,
Ah, come on.
come on, dude. That
You
was
are
nice.
wearing that's like you're like the
on.
security.
That
Yeah,
was a
you'll be
gift.
our security.
Dude, we tried to get the Mike and Sean podcast in the back, but we didn't have time.
Don't
It
even
fell
have-
off. It wouldn't stick.
Don't even have a patch.
Because we knew you were, we were trying to get the patch set up, but, we knew you were going to shoot yourself in, so we didn't know when that was happening.
We knew there's a chance you
We
might
knew it
shoot
could be any
yourself
week. Yeah,
in.
with you, it could be any day, you know.
Thank you, man.
See,
Thank
look,
you.
there you go. Grateful. You're
We look
grateful.
forward
Love
to
it.
that opening day tailgate.
Yeah, I think it's
Tony Romero,
it's
go
gonna
ahead.
it's gonna be a tremendous day, Tone. A lot of our stress, of the stresses that we have of going shopping the day before,
They don't
is
know.
gonna be less because we're not basically the beer. There's two options. We're either only buying the beer, and the forks and the knives and the plates and all that stuff, or we're not even gonna do that, and we're gonna have everything delivered. It depends because of where we are. In the parking lot, they're not going to let the truck in. Because I was thinking, why? I own a freaking bar. I have beer deliveries all the time. Why can't I just get a truck to deliver the beer? The problem is they can't pull in the parking lot. And I don't know if we're going to have enough people there to help unload 30 cases of beer.
Who cares, bro? All
Well,
I
we'll
know
buy-
is I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I know, but it's not about you. It's about,
Now it is.
well, I know you're going to be there, but it's just
about you. Well,
if it's
you
just
guys
if
do-
it's just me and you unloading freaking 30, 60 cases of beer, it's gonna suck.
No, I mean obviously will help, but the point was
What do you mean will help? You don't get to like 11, dude. Like,
Nobody has a
no,
pickup
those.
truck.
But this is something different. Those are the regular days. Usually
need-
I get off of work, go home, and
well, we
then
got
I
the
come home.
podcast this year too, so, that
So
we
right,
can't-
so I'll be there
that's what,
earlier.
but I'm saying that's a lot less stuff that I could be doing when we have the podcast live. So
We could just incorporate a few
we
people.
might just do only the beer because the meat is already set up. I already have it ordered. The shish kebabs we're gonna do. That's in Astoria. We get them from the famous 31st Avenue shish kebab guy. And then we have the pig, right?
Paulie.
So essentially, all we need is beer, liquor, the amendments. The amenities. That's not even the right word either.
No, it's not
Cups, forks, knives, all that shit.
Utensils,
Utensils. There you go. Amenities, utensils, whatever. All that stuff.
amenities, electricity, gas.
Because again, we're gonna be a little
forget the weed.
we're gonna be a little busy. Well, obviously, I didn't forget the weed tonight.
So-
we're gonna be busy with other stuff. So
This vest
we're
is-
relying on you heavy this year.
This vest
So you-
means that you're in charge.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
You're gonna look like you work at LaGuardia, but you really don't work at LaGuardia.
You work
Just,
for us.
just bring in the vest and that's it.
and wearing it.
And you just point
They
everybody
ma-
to a job.
If you put it on right now, it matches your hat perfectly.
Oh yeah.
That should be your uniform, like what you're wearing right now with the vest on.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, why don't you just
Team player, ladies and gentlemen.
team player?
Let me get my automatic.
We have a team player.
We've taken
Don't
gun away.
do
from
not
you.
give him his gun.
Just can open this guy up.
Give him a gun.
Yeah. Well,
It's not a bad idea when you're making fun of somebody. Give him a gun.
he brought his own one in.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you for real. We
So
need you to
he
wear
just
that
said
vest.
he was making fun of you.
Where's your vest?
I don't need one. Everybody knows I'm
do.
there.
I'm always there.
I know, but you're the
And
one.
yet
Who,
apparently
you're the
he
one who
forgot that
You're
you
the
were
one who
there.
said that nobody remembers you there.
Yeah. So
Piss me off, and I ain't gonna go. Get
I
want to
make sure that no one ever forgets you ever again.
You know what's funny though?
We're gonna be spotless.
No,
we'll
Yeah.
have spot.
The spot.
We'll have
less.
this. We'll have the spot.
They're asking online what vegan items will be there.
Vegan.
What vegan items?
Yeah.
Weed. The weed.
Then weed.
There you go. Next. Next.
Next.
Next question. Weed. Next question.
Next question.
Carlos Tavera writes, Tony looks scared.
Tony. Come on, Tony.
Who's that?
Carlos.
who?
Carlos. Heavy.
Heavy. Talavera.
Heavy. Say
Yeah.
what's up. Speak it to the mic, Tony. Speak it to the mic.
How you doing, Carlos? Dude, it's like
There you go.
Yeah,
now,
you
no,
good.
no,
No, you
that's
need
what
it.
you
You
gotta-
gotta-
you
so-
guys like cocking your mouth. I don't.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, Bob.
Yeah. You need it. You gotta get it right on your lips.
No, but you got to speak into the mic so people
Yeah.
know you're
Okay.
here. So it doesn't sound like you're in Alaska on a phone.
Tony Romero,
There you go. Tony
a.k.a.
Romero.
Tony Braces,
AKA.
a.k.a. ISIS,
AKA.
It's
Tony
A-
Pescador.
It's AKA.
AKA.
He's like AK ISIS.
You know what? Look, this is the forgotten guy who takes care of the tailgate, who's responsible for finding
Hola,
the spots.
Tony.
Yeah, I
Hola,
started
Tony.
it. Just,
Hi,
just saying, I
Tony.
started it.
Well, yeah, but started
My
what?
idea.
Oh, yeah.
Tailgate.
Tailgate. It was my idea for you to come.
I thought it was a surprise.
Yeah. It's my idea for you
We're
to come to
talking
the
about the
tailgate.
tailgate, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
it's my idea to bring you to the tailgate.
Yes, but the tailgate's going to be a lot of
The
fun this year.
original tailgate by the marina.
By the way, I got the
The hibachi.
Hibachi.
Do you remember
project-
him
yeah.
and Sean
Yeah.
getting
my
into
God.
that fight?
No,
No,
it
it
was
was
me.
him.
It
Come
was
on.
you.
It was
Oh,
me.
I thought it was him.
Keep
No,
smoking, guy.
it was
Keep
me.
Smoking.
I
It was Sean and Chewy.
yeah, me and Chewy. I stuffed him in the trunk.
I
Remember?
thought it was. I forgot. All right, that's great.
No, he didn't. He swing on.
God.
We were
Oh,
drunk,
my
and
God.
I think he swung on me.
I think
like,
I think
You
he.
lifted him up.
Yeah.
I picked him,
Slammed him
threw him
in
in
the
the trunk.
I was like, okay.
I remember that. That was wild shit.
Oh, that's
That's funny. You thought it was you.
Yeah,
It wasn't
this
me.
guy.
I mean, it wasn't him. It was me. What was I going to say? Okay, so the tailgate party will be in the original location. Okay, so essentially what happened this past
Go,
week
Studio Mike.
in New York.
Shots.
Oh, now you know why we call him Studio Mike, huh?
No
all
idea.
right, gentlemen.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Tone,
guys.
thank you for coming in here.
Thanks for coming in and for the visit, Tone. Appreciate
got
it.
Appreciate it.
Oh my God, that was nasty. So, oh boy. Oh, I hate Jameson.
Are you really chasing?
Yeah.
I hate Jameson, dude.
You can hear that he's chasing.
That's disgusting. That shit is disgusting.
You're not
You
Irish.
could hear
You're
him
not, you're not
swallow
Irish.
that juice.
That's not Irish. That's Protestant piss.
You're not Irish, guys.
Drink Tullamore Dew, bro. Drink real whiskey and Powers.
I drink this with empanadas.
Yeah.
Empanadas.
Empanadas.
I
All right,
I pour Jameson on my empanadas.
to get to get back on track, we will be in the same location that our original location.
Okay.
This past week, New York announced that you're allowed to have outdoor, non-residential gatherings of up to 200 people.
Oh, so we're gonna have the spot.
So we're good.
No
like
marina?
before, no, we don't need the marina. But
right.
initially, I was just entertaining the marina idea because the MTA owns that lot. It's a paid
Yeah.
parking lot, so they can make their own rules up. They're paying. You have to pay to get in there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have a backup.
But I figured
But-
that'd be open for the
We don't need it though.
No,
The
don't
whole
need
point-
it. We
we
can
don't-
just go right into
We
the
could go
spots now.
right now. We could go in to our normal spot. You're still gonna have to pay, but we could go into our normal spot, not get bothered. There'll be, 20% of the people will be there, so the parking lot's gonna be wide open anyway. But our spot is perfect because we never get bothered. So, and we can have the tent set up. I got the projector yesterday. I haven't tested it yet, but
when you gonna test it, buddy.
probably tomorrow when I have a little bit
Sooner
of time.
the better.
It's been busy.
Yeah.
I've been busy with some stuff, but I'm going to project. I got the projector, I got the screen, I got everything. I'm going to test it outside in my yard so I could see how it looks like. How it looks like, under the deck, because it'll be probably the same amount of shade as the tent.
From the tent down.
Right.
Okay.
And that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to set up. I actually have a pretty good plan of how we want to set up the podcast.
Okay.
The 20-foot tent.
What's up with Richie Ventura, man? He's coming or what?
No, Richie hasn't been
Yeah,
in years.
a bit busy,
He's
yeah.
Richie's like busy with work and dad. He
Kids,
coaches his kids
yeah.
every team, and he I know he wants to be there, but
I know.
you can't miss a day of work because he misses a lot of time with the kids. So you can't, you got to
You
pick
got
and
to
choose.
replace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Shout out to Rich.
Yeah, shout out to Richie Ventura.
Hey,
He's one of the
Rich.
OGs. He'll be back. Once the kids are older and he doesn't have to be super dad anymore, then he could do a little more for himself and come out and hang out. But I know he's enjoying the hell out of what he's doing because his kids are legit. Like his daughter's a great. They play baseball together, but he posts you see the pictures of the kids in the cages, both of them.
No.
I was watching Richard the other day. Ricky, he's a lefty. He's smoking
Oh, yeah,
everything.
lefty,
He's
nice.
smoking everything up the middle, like hitting line drives. It's awesome. So shout out to Richie.
So
But yeah,
tents, right?
we're gonna have everything set up pretty easy for us in the sense of the podcast will be under the tent. We'll be on either side of the screen, and we'll have the screen in the middle. So we'll have our show logo up in between us, like as if it was gonna be, you know what I mean?
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and then
we could just like draw it up and
yeah,
you
we
know,
have
say-
it's all.
And plus, when we set up
pretty much
early,
easy.
when we set up early, we'll have enough to maneuver and figure.
It's gonna look cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna look cool. We have an area for Heck with the cooking, and what the hell is good? Bring in who bought
He's
the new
watching
guy?
himself in the cat.
Who bought the new guy? Guy's waving at everybody's cameras.
He's seeing it.
Trying
He's
to
like,
see if
what?
my hand reaches this
Yeah,
guy.
it does. It does. keep your hand coming over.
Whose idea was it to bring Tony in? So so anyway, it's gonna be a good day.
I find it entertaining.
We're gonna have a really
You're entertaining.
tremendous tailgate party this year. So for all of you guys looking forward to it, I hope to see you there.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Look forward to that.
Yes.
And just thank you for everything that you do. We're showing up and taking
wel-
care of the
you're
spots
welcome,
and the
buddy.
food.
Just thanks for being you, Tony.
Yeah,
Thank you for being you.
Thank you for being you.
Thank you for being a friend.
I'm the silent partner.
Not as silent as we want.
You're
Silent
always
partner.
at the
A little bit more
tailgate, back
silent.
again.
We forgot
And
who
you're
you
a
were.
real
back
friend,
then.
and I just want to show you that much love.
We gave you a colorful vest.
Thank you for being a friend.
Dude, stick
Make
stick
sure
to
you're there
smoking,
at
bro.
8 o'clock to get the spot again.
Smoking, bro.
Because if it ain't for you, we won't have a place to party on.
All of a sudden, these guys can sing.
Oh no, it's awful. It's awful.
Who said we could sing?
Yeah.
One shot of Jameson, these
Yeah.
guys are singing.
Oh, that shit is disgusting.
Disgrazia.
Didn't even finish a shot, dude.
Yeah, look, he likes a sip. Mike is a sipper.
Sipping shots.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I do.
make sure you definitely check out the poll when it's up, and Movie Madness is is going to be a lot of fun. I want you guys to all pick and choose your favorite movies in the categories that we mentioned earlier. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Movie polls?
Movie polls. So we'll actually, before we go off the air, we'll mention all the movies really quick. And
you can go vote on it.
We'll ask you your opinion, but you have to only say it in Spanish.
Yeah, that's the rules.
Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to give us your opinion of each movie.
So we'll say the movie, and you have to say it in Spanish.
But you're only going to get one movie from each category.
Babble.
Orale carnal.
No.
Yeah, it's not that kind of.
Yeah,
No.
come on, dude. That
No.
was. What are you? Color Purple? Was that the movie you're freaking?
Color purple.
Not the Color Purple colors.
Color purple. What the? Damn. That's some good shit you're smoking, bro.
I meant colors.
Orale vato. What?
This show is
Purple-
definitely getting thrown
Purple
off the
rain.
air. This show is definitely getting thrown off the air. There's no doubt.
I just
Remember
cried.
we were like we go and listen and like try to figure out like how good
Yeah.
the show. This is easily the worst show we've ever had.
but
Like
the best.
it might be the best.
But the best.
I might laugh more after this shit.
Oh.
No, not the Color Purple, colors. You know what I mean? Colors.
Yeah, I know, man.
Colors.
Colors. Have another shot, guy.
That might have helped.
Have another
I don't
shot.
know what where that would do.
Yeah, definitely would help.
Oh shit.
Oh, so anyway, yes, we're doing a movie madness, Tony. So each category is a different sport, and
Okay.
then there's going to be 5 movies in each category, and then the fans are going to. I say fans.
So we picked.
I said fans, not listeners.
Wait,
Our fans.
we picked. So we narrowed down 5 topics: of
We
baseball,
have
basketball,
fans?
football.
6 topics, but 5
6.
movies in each topic.
Right,
yeah.
and so we picked them hoping that people interact by matching up. Right. So if we say Hoosiers was the best basketball movie, right?
Right.
You get what you're saying?
Yeah.
So let's say we say Hoosiers is 1, and so people, let's say we get them to try to vote on it, and we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we like if they match up to what we feel at the end, then there's a prize.
There'll be a
Hat,
winner.
There'll be a winner. So a Mike and Sean hat, a picture, a signed autograph,
A vest.
A security.
a
man.
Security vest.
You could be security too, just like Tony.
Listen, that's only
We
that's,
need help.
That gift,
Tell
that
me.
gift is special to you, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody gets one of
Nobody
those.
gets one of those.
Nobody gets
That's
one
only
of
for
those.
you, bro.
For me, only for me. I can't even use this as a rag, bro.
No, why would you?
why
That's
would
your
you?
dude. That's your shirt,
That's
bro.
a badge right there.
I'm gonna
That's a
take.
badge.
I'm gonna bring it to Stitches around the corner, down the block, and have him put a big Met sign on the back of it for you. And then you gotta wear it when you're directing the cars in the park.
I'm gonna give you stitches.
When you make some side money.
I'm gonna give you stitches.
You
bro.
get-
I'm gonna
you
give you stitches.
Look what we're.
But you listen. You get there early. If you put the vest on and
You
you
gotta
just
make some
and just
money.
do this with the cars, they might throw you money, bro.
Yeah,
what
you
the fuck? You never know, bro. Listen. It's always a hustle, bro. So, like, add, share, subscribe. We mentioned that last week. We didn't mention that enough this week.
We only did once,
right.
but
Please, please, please like, add, subscribe, and share. Spread the word if you like it, even if you don't like it, even if you hate it.
we're trying here.
Tell people about
We're
it.
trying to-
just tell people. I fucking hate them. They're
Yeah.
they're the worst.
We're
Just,
trying to.
Dude, I
Talk
just,
good, talk
I
bad,
Just
just
made
keep
you guys
talking.
famous.
Yeah.
yeah.
More or less famous.
Just like I said,
Make you guys famous.
mostly less.
I'll make you famous.
But
Yeah.
just talk.
Why,
you know,
would you-
tell people about us if you like us. If you don't matter. Keep
Well,
going.
I mean, it's
Mix-
just it's fresh. It's just the beginning.
MixVibesRadio.com. MixVibesRadio.com.
MixVibesRadio.com.
It's the Mike and Sean show. We are live every Thursday, 7 to 9. We're gonna keep coming because we have a lot of fun. So whether you like it or not, we're still gonna keep coming. So it ain't gonna stop anytime
We'll get it.
soon.
We'll break it down to our very last
I'm your like.
listener.
We're gonna come. We're gonna
I'm your
come.
second guess. Right?
You're like second guess.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
technically.
yeah. Tony Romero is technically our
Technically,
second
his second guess.
In
I mean,
studio
but
live.
it would guess like you invite him in.
It's
and so he
amazing.
is our-
We said we were gonna have a celebrity guest, and then we bring Tony Romero in.
Yep.
he is a celebrity.
So we
I am.
didn't step backwards, Jane,
Wait,
ladies and gentlemen.
you know,
we just couldn't get
in
that
high
guy
school,
today.
wasn't the story like when you were? Who did you go? You went up against Bobby Bonilla.
Oh yeah.
You were like on. The, that's how high he
Bobby
was.
Bonilla.
That's how high he was
Who? Bobby
rated.
Bonilla? Come on.
That's how high he was rated as a
sucked.
baseball player. You know that story? You know that story?
No.
Yo, tell him that story.
That's not a story.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
He-
no, actually, it's just a story.
Tell him
Have
this.
another shot, guy.
It's not.
That's your
It's
story.
not a real thing. It's just a story.
That's your story.
No, but I'll tell you what a story is.
But, you know,
You know that pink-haired chick, that
if
soccer
Bobby
player.
Bonilla was famous,
Megan
I would
Ramp-
share that
It was like
story,
you were
but-
telling that Bobby Bonilla is very famous.
No, he's not.
Yeah, but he's not famous because of Tony.
No, he played against him. That was the point.
That's
Bobby Bonilla is like 58, isn't he? See, now you're showing your age, Tony. You tried to hide it for so long.
Yeah.
You tried to hide it, and it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
So, you know Megan Rapinoe? You know that girl with the
Studio Mike. Cut
got
these
it.
guys off.
You
Studio
got
Mike.
it.
Cut these guys off.
She's, first of all, she's the
She's
one
married to Sue Bird.
she's married to Sue Bird. Like she's the lightning
Who I
rod.
didn't know who was.
The lightning rod from the women's soccer
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know? And she's just a shit star in my opinion. Like I'm all about like equal rights and all. Come on, give me a break. Like it's fucking 2021. Nobody's trying to hold women back. And if you are, you're a fucking dinosaur. You know what I mean? But this chick, Rapinoe, Megan Rapinoe, she literally testified in front of Congress, or didn't testify, but like, spoke in front of Congress and speaking about equal pay.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
which I'm 100% all about. Like, in the sense of equal production, equal pay. You know what I mean? Like, if you do the same exact thing and get the same exact result, man, woman, penis, vagina, it doesn't matter. You should get paid the same amount of money.
Okay. So, but athletics is different?
Athletics is definitely different because it's about revenue and how much money you generate as a team.
Okay.
Now, and then not only does it get beyond your revenue, it's they're collective bargaining agreements in sports. We all know that. Like for those of us who are in sport, each sport is different in a sense of they have to collectively bargain their contracts with each individual.
Right. It's universal. It's like the
It's a
lowest guy on the totem pole to the highest guy on the totem pole. How
And the
much you
ru-
can make your own
and
free
the rules
agents.
vary sport to
Yeah.
sport,
You know.
and the rules vary not only sport to sport, but men to women, sport to sport. So, in other words, soccer, the men and the women are so different in a sense that, first of all, women get paid salary.
And who's won more? Who's won more championships, the men or the women?
The women,
The women have won more.
not by much, but they have.
Okay.
But
Who generates more fans?
the men,
The men or the women?
the men.
You think so?
Well, okay, depends on how you.
That
add it.
depends. Yeah, like you look.
Well, because now are we talking nationally or are we talking globally? It's a different. You can't discard.
I'm talking
one-
about. We're talking about American sports, right? We're talking about her speaking up
Yeah,
for
but
American
it's a
sports.
national team though.
Okay.
That
so-
American, that's not American sports.
Corona what?
You know what? Oh, what? Look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh shit!
Corona
Look who showed
Fresca?
up.
It's a good idea. We're gonna
So-
make.
The fuck are you
Good
guys
job.
drinking over there?
So, what else? This is great. We should just have conversation.
I-
Let him just chime in.
Wait, just give him things to play with.
Corona Fresca,
You
bro.
brought him a coloring book.
Something to play with. Throw him a ball. Let's see how fucking.
That's a good one.
No, but anyway, no. Wait, like
Sorry, did I cut you off?
we're not. No, it's fine.
No, it's okay.
It's great.
Choco,
Absolute-
Choco, that's how you do it, bro. That's
That
how you
is the
cut
best
this
thing.
guy off, bro.
Yeah, you cut both of us off.
How you like that?
No, but my
Well,
point.
you
my
should have seen
point-
the beginning of the episode.
My point. It was a shit show. We needed you early. No, but my point is that it's the soccer. Those are national soccer teams. They're not like American sports. It's not like this like the.
No, but the American women's sport team, right? Like the.
It's not like MLS, like Major League Soccer.
Right.
That's
Well, look,
that's a professional American
Major
sport.
League Soccer-
These are national teams, which is why she spoke in front of Congress.
right.
I guess.
But
she's
do you think that she's any point that she's making
Well,
about
this is why-
deserving more? Do you think?
Yes,
she's,
because this is the problem. This is where I think she's wrong. From 2010 to 2018, the women have gotten paid more than the men. Period. So, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, sorry.
So, no, look, it's all about stats, right? $34.1 million in salary and game bonuses. Okay,
Studio Mike saying no. Come on. no,
$34.1 million
shots. Shots fired.
well, you gotta pour
Don't
one
let me
for
get my rifle.
here. Pour
to
one.
the women.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Continue.
$26.4 million to the men in the same amount of time.
Okay.
Okay, the men only get paid for matches and wins and incentive bonuses. Okay,
Right.
the women make a salary. Now this is not a women bashing fucking segment, but it's just reality. The women also get medical and
Cheers.
retirement plans.
Cheers, cheers. Salud, salud, salud.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hola, Tony.
Hola, ¿qué hubo, pues?
That's gross. Oh my God.
So,
Yeah, chase it down
your
with
point,
your Corona.
your point is,
Point is that she basically got up in front of Congress
ask for more money.
and complained that she's not being paid fairly.
Okay.
And women have made $8 million more in the last.
But is there something more than just what that team has made? Or is
No.
it she saying that the team deserves more money?
I think that she just wants more money. So, what I'm saying is, listen, everybody wants more money, and God bless you for that.
But
What
don't
I'm-
use women as the
She's saying sexism. So basically,
Okay.
the beginning of her speech was, sexism and bigotry can never it always holds people back, right?
So did they generate
So
more
she-
money or did they get paid
it's
more
just
money?
like the media. The way she's starting it is as
No, but I mean, like for the women, did they generate more money or did they make more money?
women were paid
More money
were
than
paid
the men.
$34.1 million in salary and game bonuses from 2010 to 2018. Men were paid $26.4 million in the same amount of time. They both have separate collective bargaining agreements. Okay, the women make salaries, the men don't. The men get paid per match, per incentive. So if they win, if they go to the World Cup, and every time they succeed, they get bonuses. The women get paid salary. Also, and this should be without being said, women have children, right?
So what do
So
you-
the women have medical coverage, which God bless. Everybody should get medical coverage. To me, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems. in this
Universal
country.
fair-
Universal healthcare should exist.
If you're a human, you should get fucking medical coverage. But so the women do get medical and they do get retirement plans.
Okay.
And the men don't.
So
So all I'm saying is,
But
it's
do-
again.
well,
It's,
do you know
it's
why
like
they
the
get
beginning
reti-
of the
do
show?
you know why they get
The
retirement
beginning of the
plans?
show, we said false narrative about racism, about everything, about bigotry, about everything.
But do you know why they
now
have-
this is false narrative?
yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
the reason why they have
I
it
think.
is because there's more men have more chance to play pro sports and other for the rest of their lives, where women don't. There aren't any leagues for the women.
What do you mean?
Like so, Major League Soccer, like international.
But
like
there's professional soccer.
well,
in the
you would say
United States.
they have yes, but that
For women.
yeah, it just started though. It's like for the last
No,
But does it
been for a
exist?
while.
the last
It's been around for a while.
15 years.
Right.
Even
No,
Does
it's
volleyball,
been
no?
no,
Does
no,
it
no.
exist?
It has,
Does
but it
it
was
exist?
unsuccessful.
Does it exist?
It does exist.
Okay.
But
So-
it's not but it doesn't have the
you're-
longevity
so-
that the men have.
So okay, it doesn't matter. So let me ask you a question.
So if it only exists for 5 years,
Do
but
they-
it exists for 15
so
years for
do-
the men, so
Do
they want more
deserve?
money.
The men haven't been around 50 years. They've been around 20. Do they deserve to be paid the same as the men if they're not making the same amount
I
of
didn't
money?
say the same. I'm just saying, speaking up on the argument, right? Like,
we're talking on a national level, right?
right. So
Because
They
this
should
is
get
the
paid.
this is the
you
fairest.
just said that you
the
said
fairest.
paid.
yeah, but you said the females have the what is it? The females have a retirement plan, right?
Right.
The males don't because the males can go off and keep playing.
That's not true. Men get old too, bro.
Yeah, but get old. But there's no like,
Everybody has fucking gets gray hair.
The
Right, but
women-
that has
the
nothing
women
to
should
do
get
with it.
paid too, bro. They're
I'm not
pros.
saying women should definitely get paid. We're not
Same
See,
amount,
look,
But he's saying that
No,
you're not
no,
following.
I know.
No,
I'm
because
not-
I
He's saying
said
pay
pro.
the
We said
amount.
pros. Forget
Pay
the
the
pro.
same amount.
Forget the pro leagues. Because pro leagues are driven by revenue.
right.
Okay, so if women
pro-
have 50 people in the game buying and 50 people buying a jersey and 50 people paying for hot dogs and men have 5,000 people buying jerseys and 5,000 paying ticket prices. and
Where's the money coming from?
So they have to pay them the salary to the men. You know, you have to give. My point. That's fine. I get that. Listen, and all I'm saying is, if the women earn, then they should be paid more than men. Like in other words, the women's there's no doubt in my mind that the women's soccer team is more popular than the men's national soccer team that goes to the Olympics, that goes to all these tournaments. Right?
Yeah, not the teams that they have here. Their
They're
league is not
100%
that
more popular than the men. But
for the international. Part.
but these numbers reflect that. So in other words, they're
So what? Why? What do you?
all I'm saying is she yesterday got up in front of Congress saying that they're
And
not
you-
getting equally paid. And my point is, I just brought
you think
stats
that-
out.
that-
I brought stats out that support the argument that they're getting they got
Up
paid
to
more
2018,
than men.
right?
Up
So-
to 2018.
Right.
Now the reason why they're not up till now, COVID was 1 year. Okay.
Okay.
And the second was they restructured the collective bargain agreements in both of them. But the men were complaining like, "Yo, we're not making money," and they weren't. Like in per capita for what, dude, the men play arenas that are like in Europe that are fucking crowded. Like certain countries don't
Those
even
are
allow.
150,000 plus.
Right. I mean, the reality is reality, Mike. Whether it's not my reality, your reality.
Well, like I said, I wasn't.
Some countries don't even allow women to play.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, comparing apples to oranges doesn't work ever. Give people what they're worth. You know.
But what if it's their fight, right? And they put that fight together. Why are you annoyed?
I'm not
that they're
annoyed.
trying-
I'm not annoyed. I'm just bringing up. I think it's stupid that the fact
Well,
that
I wouldn't.
Okay,
not
listen,
stupid.
it's my opinion, your opinion.
Right,
You have-
I'm just
but-
saying,
but the
like-
reason why I'm saying it's stupid is because, what did I say at the beginning about her? I think she's a shit stirrer, okay? First of all, God bless lesbians. I love lesbians. I have a lot in common with lesbians. You know what I'm saying? I really
Chasing
do.
the same thing.
I do. We chase the same shit. I love them. And listen, sexuality to me is I don't care, man, do you. But the problem is, a lot of lesbians throughout my history, they have a chip on their shoulder, and rightfully so.
Well, you're talking about
more than gay men.
the man
More than gay
haters.
men.
Is that what you're talking about, or something like that, or
More-
just in
yeah,
general?
she's a man hater.
Okay.
She's a fucking absolute,
I don't-
unequivocal man hater.
sure?
100%. No doubt. I'm sure she's polite to
I
people.
mean, I've met man haters, and she
She's
doesn't
a man.
seem that.
She's
like,
a man hater. She's very well spoken and she's educated, and
But that doesn't mean that
prove
you're-
anything. All I'm
then
saying,
she was
there's a lot,
nothing.
right? All I'm saying is that she's a shit stirrer because she's saying stuff that's not accurate. Like, all she said was, "We're not getting paid the same as our men counterparts."
And for that,
and
so
the facts are that they got paid more.
Okay.
And they have more benefits. So now, if you're talking about professional sports, and if you're talking about
maybe more.
take
that
it up
way.
with the owners, take it up with the
Right.
league, take it up with the CBA that you have for that specific sport. You know, it leads back to the beginning of my show, the beginning of the show, when I was like, I hate false narratives, like, and the media does that. You know what I'm saying? And it drives people, regular people, to have mindset like she has. It drives people to hate other people. It drives people like her to say, you know what? We're not as good as men. Like, you're saying that. We're not saying that. So you're the one that's out there saying women aren't as good as men because we're not getting paid as men. That's not the
Or
fucking case.
maybe not saying that. Maybe not. They're saying.
Let me ask
that
you a question. If you're a woman doctor and a man doctor, you cut the same fucking person open, the same exact, go to school, same everything, is it going to be the same salary?
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then there's really nothing. You know.
Yeah, but their leagues are different. Everything
not-
about
and
the
again,
sport.
there is
when
definitely-
it comes to sports, it's
100%.
completely
and
different.
listen,
though.
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's not sexual
Look at the
discrimination.
WNBA, right?
It's like it's saying there's no sexual discrimination. It's saying there's no racism. It
Right,
doesn't
but
make
look,
sense.
but when
It's-
look at the
we're talking about-
WNBA, right?
100%.
There's
nobody there.
some female,
No
no
fans.
nobody there. I've been to a few Liberty
No
games.
fans, dude.
No fans.
That's why they don't.
I
They
watched
don't-
the game. I watched.
I'm not. When they see me,
No
when
fans,
the
they
other
don't get
fans,
paid,
they're like,
bro.
a
How are you
guy,
gonna pay those
man?
girls, bro?
Yeah,
Give me a
no
break,
fans,
dude. You
not
know
gonna
what's
pay.
funny? I saw an alley oop, tonight. What before I came here? It was watching ESPN, right? It was the trade deadline for the NBA. Then they went into WNBA highlights. Girl wide open throws a freaking like what looks like an alley oop. The girl is like 6'4" under the rim, doesn't even jump for it. Kind of like waits for
Flat
it.
foot.
Flat foot, grabs it, lays it up.
Yeah.
Great pass, great basket. Wasn't exciting. It looked awful. Now you're talking about a guy who could jump 20 fucking feet, put it through his legs, and dunk it. What do you want to watch? Even the girls don't want to watch themselves.
Yeah, but well,
Fundamentally,
but it's
different.
different
I'm not
game,
saying that.
right.
Fundamentally, listen, basketball is in a natural sense. If you're a real basketball fan, you could watch women's basketball.
you can.
You can, and I
you-
enjoy
listen,
it.
I
I definitely enjoy it to a
college
level.
basketball.
It's not exciting.
I don't know
bro.
like the
It's
pros,
not exciting.
but college
It's
basketball.
like watching two flies fuck.
Women's college
You're
basketball.
losing women.
No,
Like women basketball.
no, because I think the women, any women who
women
listen to
fans.
us don't watch basketball anyway.
Yeah.
Women,
Yeah.
they don't watch
Women.
women basketball.
Yeah.
No,
But
I
women's
love
basketball,
Sue
college
Bird.
basketball,
I love Sue Bird.
is high end like basketball for women. I don't think the pros is that good. I think they have good talent. Like they're really the best of the best. But I don't feel when I was watching women's basketball because it's one team at a time that wins there. You know, Houston won for a while, Minnesota wins for a while. It's always one team that wins for 4 or 5 years. They stop winning, then another team picks it up. But college basketball is everything. It's like when you watch Pat Summitt when she was alive,
Right.
And
There's no
teach-
comparison. She's one of the greatest coaches of all time in any
all
sport
time
ever.
and then you know, like what she did
that's
with
what I'm saying.
female
You
sports,
comparing-
that's amazing.
And you can compare her to other men coaches because it's comparable.
She was
You
better than
can't-
a lot of men.
You can't compare a player, a female player, to a male player. It just doesn't
Right.
fucking
No.
work
I
because
get
they're
that.
not the same. Like, you know what the perfect example is? And listen, again, I'm not bashing women. Point is, you deserve to get paid the same if you produce the same and do the same job.
But in their numbers, you're saying like as a man, you generate say
If you don't do the same,
20 million people, right? 20 viewers.
right?
And the women, they only generate say
Half of that.
100,000, or
Yeah.
like let's say
So
5
give
million,
them
5
half
million.
of it. I don't care. Give them half.
So
Still
they're
not the
asking,
same.
but still they're asking for an increase. Not them watching for same.
No,
same
she
se-
said that they want equal pay.
Yeah.
Equal. She never said increase.
No, equal.
Her whole shit was equal pay.
What,
we
so the
deserve
top-
we deserve to get as much as the men get. And I said, no, you don't. That's all. That's
20
all I'm saying.
If your highest paid guy is
You know
like
what- you know-
$25 million,
you know when you
and
deserve
she,
it
Sue
as much
Bird
as a
saying
man?
like Sue Bird is $23 million.
If you and a man are the same artist level, like, you know, you draw the same. You paint the same.
Music-wise.
Musically, you're the same. You know, if a woman
Golf?
artist, if a woman pop
about
star
golf?
didn't make as much as a man pop star, I'd say there's a fundamental problem. We all know that's bullshit, though.
But what about golf? Right? Like that's still in the sport.
It's still revenue. It's about revenue, dude.
But the LPGA brings in
Oh, they
tons
bring a lot of money,
revenue.
and they make money.
They make money. There
LPGA
was
makes
a-
money. Not as much as men, though. But they make money.
it always comes down to the two sports
the
left
FedEx,
are-
the FedEx Cup changed men's golf like tremendously too.
But down
'Cause
to
that's
the-
a $10 million fucking payoff.
Yeah, like I think what for the LG
Women don't have anything
what is it
similar
like?
to
It's
it.
like three.
No,
million
they
or
don't have
something.
They don't have a similar end of the season payout. It's tournament. You have to win your tournament.
But I think
you have to win your collective tournaments. whatever.
there's
They don't have like that kind of a.
there's
The,
a
the
max
FedEx
number
Cup
or
shit
some
is only
shit like
about
that.
10, 12, 15 years old, something like that. But anyway, that's my point. I just wanted to bring that up because, again, like you know, the best way to listen.
Sorry, I just had another shot.
You know, it's we're not trying to like create disparage. Be a disparage women. We're not trying to say it. We're saying that.
That's what you're saying. That's what you.
That's what I'm not trying to say.
That's what he's
Because-
not trying. We didn't say anything about women.
Yeah, I feel like I'm backpedaling now, which is stupid. But she
Don't backpedal,
She
just-
complained. No, I'm not. She complained about not being paid the same. That's
Right.
all. And it's
And
not.
so, like, if-
and it's not factual.
If the highest
Whether they
paid
des-
basketball player is making $35
whether they
million,
deserve it or not,
is the
it's-
highest
it's not
female player
factual.
worth it?
Like she's saying something that's not.
If you look at the Minnesota link, right, links, a couple of years ago, they had won like 5 out of 7 championships. And you look like at one of their top players. She was like 20 points a game, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, stud, wins all these rings, and she won in college. And then she goes off to be the head coach. She had championships in Minnesota. And to say, like, would she be worth it? Would she be worth that? Like, would she be worth a couple of $1 million, $2 million, $3 million as a pro? She's bringing in championships. She's bringing in fans. Whatever the fan number are.
As a
fan
coach.
it's
numbers
not
are.
no, but
no,
see,
as
the
a
fair-
player, as a
it's
player.
not about fan number. So it's not like
I'm just saying. So, like, if the average, listen,
what's the
average arena.
WNBA television package?
So the average arena,
That's what I'm saying.
the average arena holds 18.
The men's NBA package is like
18,000
$90
people.
million.
Yes, but
The WNBA is probably $9 million.
that's got to be more than that.
It might be more.
But let's
it's
say
not
like
much.
the average fans, each
900
stadium holds
million was
between 18 and 20,000. So each one of these for the women are probably bringing in maybe 5,000 fans.
Right.
So that's that's less than half. So
You have to be paid for what you're worth. That's it. It's simple, dude.
But right,
It's
but
fucking simple.
but if it's a female champion, right, like a 3, 4, 5-time champion,
Yeah.
Cynthia Cooper,
Right.
You couldn't stop Cynthia Cooper.
No,
in
it
her
doesn't
prime.
matter. But there's nobody watching her play.
But
it
so
doesn't
you
matter.
say like whether if you're
Cynthia
not watching, if
Cooper's
you're not
great.
going to the game, but maybe you're watching it on TV.
It doesn't
should
matter.
there-
They're not
should
watching
still-
it on TV. If they were, they'd get a bigger NBA package, a bigger TV package. If the NBA made $900 million from,
Well, I'm saying, like, should
I'm
you get
almost
paid for
positive
the-
it was around $900 million. The last
Should get
contract.
paid for what you do.
When was the last time you watched?
And
WNBA
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
Yeah, he's weird though because he likes to watch like. Yeah,
No, I watch everything.
Titties bouncing.
No,
and-
no.
Even though
First of all, there's no.
they're wearing bra straps.
First off, yeah,
sports bras.
and none of them have
No.
breasts while they play.
Why are you being like that?
That's you. That's you.
Basketball
That's
players
you.
don't have
That's you.
boobies.
Yeah, well, the big fat guy. Who's it?
You're so
Mark
racist.
Eaton.
Harden.
Mark
Harden.
Eaton. Mark Eaton had
so
breasts.
racist. Tractor Trailer had boobies.
Tractor Trailer had boobies. He had belly boobies.
The
So did
beard.
Glenn
So
Robinson.
we went way late, but we're gonna give it another couple minutes so we're not abruptly quitting.
So
on you guys.
anyway, don't listen to the
listen.
first 20 minutes or the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, women, just do yourself a favor, all right?
Just look at our faces and forget about our words.
Love us. No,
Love
we,
us.
we love you.
Forget about our words.
We love all the women viewers and
Our
listeners.
6.
And you
And
know
we
what?
lost
You
2.
absolutely deserve everything men get. That's it. You definitely do.
That's what he meant in the end.
As long as you produce the same. That's all. It's all the
just-
same shit. Work wise, not at home. You guys produce way more than men at home. So if there was like salaries for home, you know what I'm saying? Like if men and women were judged by what they do at home for salaries, women would out earn men by double, at least. At fucking least. So that's a fact. Like, because I know Trish is probably watching this like, what a fucking dick.
Yeah, you just said a dick comment.
But you know what though?
Doghouse.
I know. No, it's not doghouse because I
You're in
admit.
the doghouse, guy.
I admit a misogynistic
No,
prick.
I'm not a misogynistic. I'm a realist. I know I don't
That's
do.
not a realist. You just said home.
Trish,
It's
lock
not a
the
realist.
doors.
It's not a realist mentality to say that
Trish, lock the
you
doors.
don't deserve the same amount of money if you don't earn it. Like
You
what the
just said
fuck,
because
dude?
at home, no, the home part.
What
You know
about- what do you
that
mean
you
at
agree.
home?
You said if when it comes to the home, what you do at home in the home,
Right.
you deserve more for
They
it.
do. Well, listen. I'm not. I see what you're saying. You mean I'm sounding like Archie
Yeah,
Bunker?
yeah, yeah,
No.
You're sleeping
I'm
at
not
the bar
saying.
tonight.
I'm not-
Yeah,
You're sleeping at the bar
See,
tonight.
I get what you mean, and I didn't mean that.
But
I
that's
didn't
what
mean
you-
like
that's what it came out.
You know what? And I totally get where you're coming from. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I didn't mean that women are better at the home because they're women.
You just said if
Which
you were
sounds
getting
like that.
rewarded
No, I
for
just
doing
say,
what you do
I
at
just
home.
Said, I just said they're better at doing shit at home because they're better at doing shit at home. They're better at taking care of the kids.
Nurturing.
They're better at nurturing.
Caring.
They're better at taking care of us.
Get my rifle so you can just.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no, but I mean seriously, they're better. What? Now you give a fucking person a compliment and you're now I'm a fucking misogynist because I said women are better at being. Fuck that.
No,
Women are
home.
much better at being homemakers than
you
men
wanted
are.
to,
That's all there is
you
it.
wanted to clean it up though.
Find me a
that's
good
all.
homemaker.
I gave you a window to clean
Find
it up.
me a
I
good
didn't,
homemaker, and I'll find you a fucking wussy that's never rooted for a baseball game in his life. I don't want to deal with that bullshit.
Damn.
I'm getting pissed now.
So I guess.
I'm sorry.
I guess we're going.
Because I
straight
gave
to
a
the bar?
compliment. Women, yeah, we're definitely going straight to the
We're
bar.
going straight to the bar.
Trish, I'll see you
And
tomorrow
it's
morning.
not happening.
No, but like again, it's come on. I'm giving a compliment. Women are awesome. I love you guys. I love
Women are
I love
awesome.
women. I love
It's the whole
lesbians.
point. They're the same thing.
I love lesbians with colored hair.
Kiss
They're
some
the
ass
same
now.
thing.
I love them all. No, I never denied loving them. I love them. I'm going to call you out if you're fucking stupid.
I'm gonna call.
And I
you
expect
out.
people to call me out when I'm stupid.
We just did.
I'm stupid a lot.
Stupido.
All right, so listen, it's
It's past the time. It's
we're
time
way
to,
past our time.
It's time to go.
So
Good night, sweetheart.
well,
Good
it's
night.
time to go. Do-do-do-do-do. Good night, sweetheart.
Hasta
Ooh,
mañana.
It's time to go.
Do 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 do.
Hasta mañana.
Tony
Good night.
Romero is so
so
fucked up. Good night,
Boop, 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 boop.
Sweetheart.
Good
Good
night.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Oh, wait, you know what? Before we ciao,
Like no ciao.
can we do one thing real quick? Sean-Lynch8 at Sean-Lynch8 Venmo for the tailgate party for all you guys that want to get involved.
Tailgate info.
Tailgate, or just message myself, Mike, or hi Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hola.
Message
Hola,
any one of us.
Tony.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank
Peace
you.
out.
Peace.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, I know the guy to do it. Sean Lynch at the A-Team Real Estate Group, LLC. Licensed real estate salesperson. Office phone number 718-915-7000 or direct at 516-399-7333. Email Sean Lynch at ateamnewyork.com. Located at 540 Little Neck Parkway, Suite number 5, Little Neck, New York. Once again, that's Sean Lynch at the A-Team New York.